Buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. Ron Bennington and Fez Whatley here. Till 9 o'clock tonight on 92.3 Free FM. The Muse is wearing a very brightly colored blue sweatshirt, so all is well with the world. Get a little thrown off sometimes when she's not hanging out. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Fez Whatley.
Hiya, buddies. Welcome to 92.3 Free FM.
And Earl Douglas with us as well.
Yo, 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 what's up?
And the newly engaged East Side Dave. Now, we told everybody, yes, we are putting together a party for him, a bachelor party next Friday. Fez, we literally at the point now we got to stop taking reservations.
All right.
It went insane last night.
Everyone wanting to be part of Eastside Dave's bachelor party. Very nice.
Why wouldn't they? I think, do we have a tape of when his new father-in-law called? Maybe we'll try to play that a little later on tonight. Very, very uncomfortable radio, though. Extremely uncomfortable radio. But everybody does it their own way.
A new study showing that New York City is producing nearly 1% of the entire nation's greenhouse gas emissions. Now, that's equal to the same amount that's produced by a country, let's say, the size of Ireland. So New York is basically its own country in putting out the greenhouse gases.
I don't even understand what a greenhouse gas is.
It's the carbon monoxide, it's the fluorocarbons that get into the atmosphere.
Yeah, but why compare us with Ireland? How about this? Compare what Ireland does, compare with what New York City does. I bet what happens here over the course of a morning is more than they do in Ireland over a decade. They still have people with peat over there. They're cooking up peat to try to stay warm. They're not like us, Fuzzy.
That's still putting out the gases, though, I guess.
But what is the problem?
The problem is that this one city is accounting for 1% of the nation's greenhouse gases.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's
But we probably count for 1% of everything that gets done around here. What do you say we turn off some of the other... Turn off St. Louis at night. I really don't see them doing a lot. I'll throw a Denver in there. I'm not seeing a lot coming out of there. Tampa? No, they're not working. You know what? When you see this thing and you hear about this, the rest of the country should say, thank you, for New York, for taking care of everything for us. By the way, we'll turn out our lights right now so the greenhouse gases don't bother. I don't know all the Al Gore stuff. What exactly we're even doing?
So with these greenhouse gas emissions, they're warming up the planet, and that's going to melt the polar ice caps. That's going to melt Greenland, and then the flood levels are going to rise.
So you're trying to tell me everyone's gotten together and they said the big problem with the planet Earth is New York City?
That New York is a big part of it, 1%.
But how much of the work are we doing around here? Most people you see are working their ass off. I go around the rest of the country. I'm seeing a lot of heavy-set people at the mall. Here's what you ought to do. Shut down some of those malls in the Midwest.
The problem is, New York giving a lot to the country, but with this 1% of greenhouse gases, also New York's going to be one of the places most affected by the global warming.
Oh, it only comes here?
No, it's going to go everywhere.
But here's the deal, Fezzy. Have you ever been out to Nevada? Get outside of Vegas, there's nothing there. Of course they're not having a problem. Drive around here, you're going to run into people. I get crazy when the rest of the country all acts like, okay, we've decided. All the hayseeds have gotten together to decide what the problem is. It's us. Tam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, it's 1% of the greenhouse gases for the country, but we're like 2.7% of the population. Somebody out there's mooching on us.
So we're doing more than everything.
Yeah.
All right, then I'd like to get a thank you note from everybody else. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys believe in, the whole Al Gore movement.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I tried to watch the Al Gore movie when it was on pay-per-view, and I went out like a light. Tried it again, went out like a light. This thing is better than Valium when he starts to talk.
It's just a bunch of graphs going up, the whole movie.
Yeah, everything's going... Yeah, a lot of the graphs... He is right about that. He's going to look at this graph, and now look at this graph over here. It's frightening. Here's a picture of our beach house. I had no idea what he was talking about, and he lulled me to sleep. You know how I have this insomnia problem? What I should do is lay down in Al Gore's arms every night and let him just rock me gently and tell me about the end of the earth, and I'll go out like a baby. Sal, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey,
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, Fez, how are you?
Good, pal.
Before I get to my point, I just want to say I'm heterosexual, but I'd still do you. Anyway.
That's very nice. That's very nice compliment.
It's kind.
I want to say that it's not all New York's fault, because look at this. Look at L.A. Their smog is visible.
I know.
Visibly brown in the sky. All right, buddy. Thanks. Whoop.
L.A., you know that there's a smog problem. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell, you're on Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, I think you're selling Ireland short on the production of greenhouse gases with their consumption of cabbage and Guinness over there.
Yeah.
It's good to be number 2.
You know, I don't want to. Yeah, I got to be very careful here in the post immerse years. But to me, we're putting out work here. They're putting out alcoholics. Of course, we're going to use more stuff. How difficult is it to lay under a tap for 8 hours a day? That's what they're working on. John, you're on Fez.
Hey, speaking of Imus, how about the new morning show idea, Iris in the Morning for FAN?
Iris in the morning.
Iris in the morning. Anyway, I've heard that living in New York City is the equivalent of smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, so that's nothing. That's like what a girl would smoke. So basically, your lungs are going to look like a girl's.
So I have taken up smoking without even realizing it.
You know what, Fezzy, in all honesty, by the time this water comes in that they're talking about, you're going to be able to walk back. All right, what are they doing right now? They're showing these pictures of what New York is going to look like when the ice caps melt.
Yeah,
that's our big worry at night. Believe me, occasionally I worry in New York City, but an ice cap coming down here and rolling over me, I don't.
Yeah, if the ice caps melt, we lose ground zero downtown.
We're not doing anything with that anyway right now. Maybe if we had a big building there, it'd be safe.
So huge amounts of the financial district, east of Pearl and Water Streets.
But it's not going to come like one wave overnight. This is going to happen like a little bit, time after time. Like here's the illustration they have of what New York's going to look like, right?
Uh-huh.
And then here's the illustration I have of Ronnie Bennington living in the Poconos, up on top of some stilt house. I am going to have time to get out of town.
We would lose JFK Airport. That would go underwater. Roosevelt Island would be gone. You'd find nothing but checkered pants and bike helmets floating in the East River.
But you act like it's going to happen like 10 feet in a week. They're saying it's going to going up like six inches a decade. By that time, you know what? We'll come up with a little something. I don't mind saying we need to take care of this stuff. But, Fezzy, 2 things that bug me. Number 1, don't run into it in a blind panic screaming. I hate to be around screaming people. And number 2, and this is most important, stop blaming New York City. All the ham and eggers out there, we came up with the problem. It's New York. Who else has subways? Go to another city and show me a decent system set up. Who else has the buses that we have? We're going out of our way not to use cars around here. How many other cities can you walk around?
Yeah, that's a good point, but I think there's still more that can be done. We can turn off some lights around here.
Lucci, stop that. All right, here turn off lights. Are you telling me if I turn off my lights, Roosevelt Island isn't going to flood? You would tell me the big problem I'm being totally serious. The big problem is our lights are on.
I'm saying every little bit helps.
I don't even understand that. I don't even know what you're basing that on. Ed, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that New Yorkers consume per capita a fraction of what every other American consumes in oil and coal. We take the subway. We live in tiny apartments that cost nothing to heat. We walk everywhere. If we all live like New Yorkers, we wouldn't have an oil problem.
I'm telling you the truth. Has anyone ever come to visit you from around the country? They pass out because they're so unused to walking anywhere. They literally are looking around constantly going, why don't we sit in this bench? These people aren't doing anything around the country. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yes, these skyscrapers they keep building, they're the true polluters because they create a lot of fossil fuels that they burn.
What do you want us to do? Do our business here in a grass hut? Is that what we're after? We need these buildings. I say these buildings are at least being used for something. I look around the country and I see giant malls. Here's a great idea. Why don't you just have your stores outside? Why do you need a giant mall for you to heat and air condition? Why is it always New York City's fault?
Everyone should chip in, but if we're putting out 1% of the total gases.
And 2.8% of us live here, we're doing a hell of a job. Go over to Idaho and see if they can't turn off their lights for a while. I'll tell you the truth, I don't like to walk around in the dark. What am I supposed to have, a torch? Oh, my Lon Chaney? And again, I would not even mind this. Why start on us? Why did they go, oh, we found the problem. It's you guys again. Carlo, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, Ron? What's up, Fez?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that the melting of the caps and everything, we're going to see it very soon. We're going to see it in our lifetime, and if not, definitely our kids.
First of all, yeah, don't say my lifetime because you don't know how hard I've been living. First of all, my doctor said to me, I can't believe you're alive. He gave me he said, well, you beat Belushi. I never thought it could happen. I bet against you, but you beat Belushi. Here's Anthony. Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Hey, 1% really isn't that bad if you figure we got 50 states. So if every state is 1%, then that's 50%. We're doing pretty damn good then.
Yeah, we're not a state, though. We're a city. But other than that, it's very good. Thanks for backing me up in your own way.
It's one city putting out 1%.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's going on, buddy?
Yeah. Well, what can we do for you, Mike? You're on the air.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if going down the city, we're going to get surrounded by water, I want to get some property down there. It's going to be beachfront pretty soon. My value should go up.
I'm going to tell you the truth. If all of a sudden New York City is underwater, you're going to see a lot of third world guys open up boat taxis. We will take care of it. People drive me crazy. Why is it always New York's fault? Every time you turn around. Then you see the rest of this lazy country. People just doing nothing. Hey, Brandy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Fezzy shouldn't worry about the polar caps melting because there's a cliff in the ocean, and when it falls from an earthquake, we're all going to get wiped out anyway and die. And 1% really isn't that bad considering all the work that gets done here. I'm right with you on that one.
Absolutely. The lazy-ass rest of this country. Those, seriously, they're giant asses just sitting in chairs all day in front of TVs.
And not only do we work harder, we do it 24/7. This city never sleeps.
That's
it's
right.
Constantly
Thank you,
going.
Sinatra. So, you know what? Let's just play Sinatra for him and say this will tell the whole story. In the meantime, you people are wearing stretch pants to walk around the supermarket that you don't even need to be in. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, over in Venice, they've been having rising waters over there for years, and they're working out the problems with the with handling the buildings and everything.
Perfect, Fezzy. We'll get you a gondola.
I don't want to go to work in an Italian rowboat.
Why not? You'll be the only guy. You're in a gondola. You got gonorrhea. It's like a theme park for you. Everything will be like a theme park. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get one of those gondolas, or I'm going to get you a big pole. I'll have David ukulele. I'll pay you each $8 an hour, and you take the tourists around town for a little bit. I get so sick of these people and their crybaby stuff. Jeff, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
1621, buddies.
All right, my brother.
I have a way to help these greedy people who want us to conserve energy. Let us smoke in bars, like cigars and everything. We'll
Thank
save
you.
some energy.
That's right. We used to stand inside like gentlemen, have a little smoke. You know what? First of all, you can't smoke in a bar the other day. I'm willing to bet this. Within 5 years, you're not going to be able to drink in a bar. You're going to go to a bar, you're going to get yourself a cocktail, and then have to stand out back ashamed and drink it.
There'll just be places to stand up and watch sports on TV.
I don't understand this country anymore. I honestly don't. I like to say what we're acting like, but I can't. I have a word for it. Some of you people get offended from time to time. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
They're sitting there complaining about all these cars putting all these exhaust gases and everything in the air. But meanwhile, we have planes double the size, just all 500 people to fly around, that have to be putting out more freaking exhaust fumes.
Do you know what it must cost to fly a plane around and how much fuel gets used compared to you turning off your light, Fez? Which, again, should I feel that guilty about having a light? And I agree with him. My electric bill, much cheaper than people around the country because we don't have all the extra space. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hi. Ron, I wanted to agree with you, man.
Thank you.
I'm an electrician on Long Island, and I've been to California.
Yeah, you can't use that word. I understand he's upset. He's saying he's been around the country. These people do not move. And it is true. The only exercise they get down south is every once in a while they wave that Confederate flag, and occasionally they chase their little sisters. For what I can't tell you. It's but the fact is this, Fezzy. Yeah, there are problems. Don't look this way. Hand a big mirror to these other places. Say, take a long look at it.
It's going to cost to make a big mirror.
I mean, if you're going to blame anybody, why not blame Texas? Look how big it is.
I do blame them. They're too big. Sell some of it back to Mexico. Who it belongs to anyway? That's where Texas should be called New Mexico, and then we give it back.
I mean, what other state? I mean, like Texas, you have to basically take an airplane to get to another side of the state.
Why would you? It looks exactly the same, like a dust bowl. You know what? How much does it cost for you people to make those big stupid hats you don't even need? Enough with the big cowboy hats. Why do you have a cowboy hat if you're not outside? These people wearing a cowboy hat inside. You see them. What do you do? Keep the sun out of your eyes when you're riding a horse? What? They've never been on a horse before.
Oh, they all want to be J.R. Ewing.
Well, you know what? There ain't a horse down there that can hold some of them big asses. Adam, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I'd like to confess for not doing my part because every morning I put my clothes in the dryer before I go to work. So when I put them on, they're nice and warm. So I feel real bad about that. I'm sorry, Fezzy.
You even do that in the summer?
Oh, definitely. It's the best. Right out of the shower, warm clothes.
All right, thanks.
It's a good feeling, but it's not helping the planet any.
How do you know? Maybe the plant likes warm people walking around. Here's Ted. Ted, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ron, what about us paying all the taxes for the country? New York pays almost half the taxes of the United States.
Yeah, that is true. They're not paying anything in taxes. Tax that Florida down there. And they're running air conditioners in Florida 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And then they got the stones to turn around and look at us. And what are they doing? They're selling oranges next to the highway. That's a job? Who wants to buy an orange or those tiny little alligators? And they're going to turn around and say, we're using stuff? It's driving me nuts. What do they want from us, Fez? We're not melting polar ice caps. That's not our fault.
Oh, the ice caps are melting, my friend.
But you're not going to blame New York City for that. Blame themselves.
Everyone can do their part.
We're already doing it. You said we're only 1%, right?
Right.
That's nothing. And who do we use more energy than?
Ireland.
Ireland, they need electricity for one thing. The Edge's amps. Other than that, other than putting on your yearly U2 show, what are you doing over there? And I want to tell you something right now, and I know not everybody agrees with me. I'd rather see 2U than U2 right now. I'd rather see Brother Joe's band. You know why? I can get closer.
Oh.
I can get closer, and the Edge will actually come over and have a drink with me after the show. Ireland. Those people are barely out of caves. Here's Katie. Katie, you're on Ron and Fez. Katie, we got you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I worked down south for a couple months, and when I was down there, you're right. They deep fry everything, and they're just so much heavier down there.
Yeah, they don't care. Everything's deep fried, including their hearts.
I'm telling you, even the vegetables.
They'll go into a restaurant, they'll drop their heart into a deep fryer, put it back in their chest, and feel like they had a meal.
Ow.
Yeah. And then they'll have some banana pudding with it. Here's one thing. They're still heating themselves with those lit crosses. Of course, if we had that. Sure, I give a compliment to the nice blue sweatshirt. Now you're in a crazy yellow thing. It's too much. Here's James. James, you're on Ron and Fez.
6991, boys.
Yeah, buddy, what's happening?
You know what the problem is? I'm the last guy on Long Island that has a four-cylinder, four-door sedan. Everybody else is a one person driving the Hummer H2 or the Chevy Suburban to Walmart on a Saturday.
Yeah, you know what? They're picking up bags. I give them all the credit in the world. These people, they have to throw some stuff in the back.
I know. We don't need army vehicles to drive in.
But you're going to tell that to us and not those Texans who own every truck in the world.
Exactly.
Everybody down there has a truck. You ever see anything in the back? Are they ever hauling anything? You know what? I honest to God, If you want to get a truck now, you have to prove that you're going to go help people move or something.
Those trucks are pristine.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
10207, check it in, buddies.
Yeah, bro.
Almost says what?
What?
Don't fall for that. They're laughing at you.
Different down south. Look at NASCAR. They drive around. They go through those tires. They're wasting the rubber. Those things aren't fuel efficient. Look at all the. Can you imagine all the gasoline that's spilling out the back? They refill. I mean, all the pollution that those cars are putting out, and they blame it New York City. Come on.
Here's what I want to do with NASCAR next year. We hand out sneakers, and we say, all right, let's see it. Let's see who's the real fastest. You're running now. They're animals. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you know what the problem is? The rest of the country can't understand normal thinking.
Right.
And if you take the first letter from each of those four words, it explains how they are.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for giving us some kind of... what do you call those little word puzzles, Fez?
Like a cryptogram or something?
No, but like you go through and you have to find the letters. They used to give it to you in school.
Oh, word search.
Thank you. You know what I used to do my word search? They would hand it to me. I'd say to the girl sitting next to me, hey, quick, make sure you're doing my word search, too. I'd get a couple wrong. I don't want to come back and A and everybody asking me questions. Remember when you do that? You tell somebody to do your homework? Don't do it too good, though. Give me like a B, B+. You give me an A, and suddenly the heat's going to be on me. Like, how did you suddenly get an A? You're never here, and now you come back with an A.
It's such a red flag.
And, you know, I have an interest. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I suddenly have an interest in geography.
B- was good?
Yeah, B- it. Hell, I'll take a C. If I used to bring home a C home, and my mom would have baked a cake. Hey, look who we got. Look at baby Einstein came home. Mr. C. This one's average, Lee. We finally got an average one. Ron and Fez Show. Ron and Fez Show with you till 9 o'clock tonight. Who's doing the show after us tonight, Fez?
It'll be Jim Florentine on from 9 till midnight tonight on 92.3 Free FM.
Very interesting. Last night's stuff was great, huh?
Yeah, CT and Jiven, I really enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the boys. Now, we were talking about the environment and things that can get fixed around here.
I'm not fixing anything, Fez. We're doing it perfectly.
So there's a Brooklyn assemblyman. He wants New York State to ban the large grocery retailers from using those plastic grocery bags that you get at the checkout. He wants it to all go back to paper, the paper grocery bags.
Well, then what about the trees?
Well, trees, we can grow more of the trees, but these plastic bags aren't going away.
Oh, okay. So the whole thing is, even though all we ever do is hear about trees going down and how they create oxygen, the new thing is... oh, nothing's easier to replace than a tree.
But
I'm not going to let these guys guilt me into everything. All I want to do is take my food home. I shouldn't have to be the one who thinks about it. Why should I feel like I'm hurting people if I don't want to carry all the cartons in my arms?
This is the one.
I'll tell you what. I'll take off my jacket, Fez. Just put on my food there, and I'll wrap it up myself.
This is the one thing I'm actually against. I enjoy the plastic bags at the grocery store. I was so glad when we went plastic. Ever since I was a kid, I hate the feel of a paper grocery bag. One of those brown paper bags.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot take the feel or sound of it. I cannot put my hands on them.
Wait a minute. A paper bag.
A brown paper bag gives me the creeps. It just skeeves me out anytime I touch one. And I can't stand it. I can feel it in my teeth, like my teeth are turning to chalk. That's what the feel does to me.
No, that's actually happening. I talked to your doctor.
It is the worst feeling. And it's awful. It actually feels like it's tearing my fingertips apart, like it's actually slicing into my skin.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't even bother. We got a paper bag? Is this the kind of bag that you don't like?
Yeah, brown paper bag, just like that, yes.
Now that bothers you?
Yes, that doesn't bother anyone else?
Earl, does that bother you?
No, not at all.
It just sounds like paper to me.
I know, I don't know, it's the texture of it. It's that grainy texture of a brown paper bag. I cannot take the touch. The sound is awful. Oh, you're murdering me.
Does scratching paper annoys you?
Yes. Oh, man, it's going right through my spine. Oh, don't rub it on your teeth. What are you doing? Oh, it is the worst thing ever. It just puckers me up.
I never heard of anybody who couldn't take the sound of paper.
The sound is horrible. The touch is even worse. Oh, stop, I can't talk.
It's paper.
I know, but to me, that's like nails on a chalkboard. That's how bad it is.
Wait a minute, what's nails on a chalkboard? Why does that bother you?
When someone runs their fingernails down a chalkboard, I can't even talk about it.
Like in Jaws, to get everybody's attention?
Yeah, isn't that awful?
I thought that was a good thing.
No, it's horrible.
I thought that meant like, okay, pay attention, everybody.
It's just the absolute worst. I can feel my skin. I don't know how you're able to do that.
I've never heard of one person. First of all, no one would be able to work in a market if it was terrible to take care of paper.
Yeah, there's no way I could have ever worked at a supermarket that had those things. There is no way. I'd walk out the first day they made me bag something.
Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it with these Chinese food places? You go there, I go there and I buy a soup, right? They take the soup and they put it in a paper bag, and then they put the paper bag in a plastic bag. I mean, just give me one bag.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And then what is it? You get it in a carton. Enough with this. You get a carton, then they put it into a paper bag and into a plastic bag. It's no wonder we don't have any more ice caps, Fez.
It's like, get smart. You have to go through so many doors to get to your egg rolls.
The one thing I do like about the ice caps melting, water's going to be nice and cold around here. You're not going to have one of those problems.
And it's going to be up to the windows, too.
Here's Joey G. You're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, how are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Paper is great for one thing, because after you bring your groceries home, you put the bag over your girlfriend's head. But plastic is also good, too, because you can also suffocate the family pets with it and dispose of them. So they both have advantages, Ron.
Yeah, everything works out.
Exactly. Everything's got a purpose in this universe.
Hey, Glenn. Glenn, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up? I got to agree with Fez on this. I never gave it a thought, but that paper bag, scratching it just gave me the heebie-jeebies. It made my nipples hard.
Listen to that, Glenn. It's the worst.
Oh, my God. I don't know. I never even gave it a thought until you brought it to my attention. Now I'm going to have this phobia.
And if all the grocery stores go back to these things in the state, that's it. I'm done with groceries.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
I'll starve.
This will be the first fear you ever deal with, because there is no way you are done with groceries. All right, here is a little spy report for you, Fez.
Spy report.
Coming into a friend of ours from MSNBC. I'm not going to give out his name, though, because I have some friends there. Imus, the simulcast is over. MSNBC dropping Don Imus from their morning TV show.
All right.
After how many years now?
Oh, that's got to have been going, 15 years at least, if not more?
Has it been that long?
I don't know if MSNBC's been on that long.
It's been at least 5.
No, it's been longer than that. I have no idea what it is. Hey, Joe, so we live in by the way, we live in a crazy world. And I'm just going to say that. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I just wanted to know how Fez wrapped his textbooks in school and what he carried his lunch in.
Well, yeah, I think what'd you use, a lunchbox?
I had a lunchbox, yeah.
You know what, you would carried a lunchbox in my school? I'd say if you got to do it for first and second grade. You carried one to third grade, the other kids would take the lunchbox off you and beat you with it. You did not want to stick out. You had to carry nice brown paper bag.
Wouldn't be able to do it. Couldn't get it to school. It feels just awful.
Here's Pacey here on Ron and Fez.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
I can't stand the feel of brown paper bags. I'm with Fez.
So I had no idea. I know certain things skeeve people. I didn't know a brown paper bag could do it.
Yeah, it's there's something about the texture to it that makes
it actually feels relaxing.
No, doesn't that feel bad to you? Like it's going against the grain of your fingerprints or something. Like it's taking my skin off.
This is the same stuff that your stent is made out of.
What?
You've got this in your chest.
I got to get it out of me.
Just think. Boom, boom.
I'm going to hear that into the night now.
Here's our friend Flight Benefits. How you doing, Flight Benefits?
Hey, guys.
How come I never see you on the Pal Talk?
I'm always on the Pal Talk.
I don't know how they set this thing up.
I live on the Pal Talk.
I didn't know
sleep,
this.
I eat, shower.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. What can we do for you today, darling?
So I go to the grocery store, and I insist that they bag my groceries in paper and plastic.
Why do you want both? The rolling the ice caps?
No, they stand up better in the back of my SUV.
See? Everything she's doing, Fez, is against the ice caps.
Yep. Including the airline industry.
All right. Oh, yeah, the airline industry, too.
How come you don't go on Pal Talk for our show? You're always on for other shows.
Oh, you're on O&A show.
And we'd like, yeah, it's great to be on O&A, but maybe come and give Ron and Fez some love. They want to look at you, too.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
Yeah,
Right.
come
Thank
on.
you. Thanks for standing up for me. I never know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Flight Benefits.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Here's CT, you're on Fez.
Cannot do newspaper, cardboard, paper bags. Can't do any of them.
Look, CT, and I want you to tell Jiven the same thing. How can you not do these things?
My first job was at a supermarket, and most people don't realize the Sunday newspapers come in a bunch of pieces.
Uh-huh.
You know, the comics are printed early, and the news comes on Sunday. Someone's got to put those things together, and I was the guy doing that. The ink got so in my hands that I'd have to wash them compulsively, and then they would just get really raw, and it would make it that much worse. Fez taking the words right out of my mouth with how it makes me feel like my teeth grit, and I'm uncomfortable even talking about this right now.
I got news for you, CT. I was a paper boy, too. And any inserts that they would bring like that, anything that you had to put together, went straight into the sewer. We will always walk down in the sewer, chuck them in. Later, ladies would be like, what happened to the things? I go, they didn't come. Isn't that crazy? None of them came at all today. I swear to God, I bet to this day, if you go into sewers, it's just filled with newspaper inserts. Because I don't imagine that anybody would do it.
That's what's causing the flooding.
Would you stop? Seriously. You're a guy, you want to sit around and try to help everything, and then the next thing you know, you're afraid of paper. You're trying to help the world, save the world. Save yourself, Fez Whatley. Save yourself. Hey, it's our friend Pepper Hicks. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
IMUS has been on since '96 on MSNBC.
Thank you very much. I had no idea you were the IMUS historian.
And I guess I looked it up for you guys.
All right, thanks
now
a
I go
lot.
back to work.
So what is that, 9 years?
Going on 11.
Going on 11. I don't know what year is this. Isn't this 95?
No.
All right. What year is this?
2007.
All right, then I was high for a couple years. I was honestly high.
Oh, man.
How you doing, Dave? You had a bad day today.
Yeah, I just feel I feel a little roughed up, Mr. B.
He passed out. Dave passed out this morning because he had, I can't even talk about it on the air, but he had a certain procedure where the part of your body that you think of as only exit,
right,
in the front, they used to put something into.
Yeah.
And it hurt you so bad you passed out.
I passed out, yeah, with pants still on around my ankles. And that was really
It's a good
the
look.
worst moment of my life.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was the most embarrassing. I've had my foot run over by my car, by my brother, and other things, but this was the worst because there was a guy and his big nurse just looking at me. And I was actually more embarrassed about the nurse just staring at me, saying, like, what a little sissy boy here on the table.
You know what? Well, first of all, that any man who puts something sharp in there,
yeah,
where none of us have ever imagined an entrance,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one, and not only is it an exit, but only really for liquids.
Yeah.
So it's very, very particular.
Right.
No one imagines something sharp being inserted there.
Yeah.
You had every right to pass out.
And this is the third time in like 6 days that that this procedure has happened to me, because I still can't get over my pains. So I think my body finally shut down and was like, enough's enough with the thing.
Josh, you're on Fez.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, I was going to say something about the paper bag thing, because I got the same thing with popsicle sticks.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Wait a minute, you can't touch a popsicle stick?
no, I can't. I
That's
freak
awful.
out. It's like
So you've never
tinfoil.
You've never really had a popsicle in your life.
No, I've had them.
Yeah,
But
and
I've
just
always breaking them off.
just pain for you.
But besides that, what he was just talking about,
Mm-hmm.
I actually had a seizure while I was going to the bathroom, number 2.
Yeah.
And the paramedic that showed up was a girl that I went to high school with. So she came and helped me while I was passed out with my pants down and my,
Yeah, I understand.
clean.
All right, that's enough for me. Seriously, I hate that. Now I'm aching. I've actually taken on the pain. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say I had my unit swabbed by a
right.
doctor. It was the worst thing I have ever had done in my life.
All right, enough for you guys, because I'm telling you, it's starting to hurt me. I will tell you, if they ever have to do that to me, what I'm going to use is a painkiller, and that's a bullet, because I will shoot myself in the brain and then go, do whatever you want, because I will be too dead to care about it.
If they make me go through this procedure again, I'm just going to have a bloodbath for everyone. I might even take the doctor and the nurse out as just revenge.
As soon as, drop your pants, I could do it. If they go, all right, I'm going to stick this in there, swab, I will turn that place into Waco so fast. Turn on CNN. You will see it's on fire. Shots are ringing out. Nurses are running out crazy because I can't think of a better thing to get in a fight about.
Yeah.
And I'll be yelling out at the FBI, you have no idea what they tried to do. They tried to swab me. It will, seriously, it's going to look like, Waco is going to look like Cub Scouts at the 4th of July. I will turn that place and insane.
It's pretty bad. And also,
and you faint it like a girl, huh?
Yeah, and not only that, previous to the faint, I feel like a real sissy because I was gripping the doctor's arm, just a bare, hairy arm, and I'm having to grip the stranger's arm while I try and relax myself. It didn't happen though, to no avail.
You relaxed so much you fainted.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was calling about the whole IMUS thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a black guy, and I just don't understand how things got to where they are now.
Tim, are you like me? You think this whole thing is just trying to pull black people and white people apart? I really believe that they're trying to do this.
Well, I think the biggest danger is, number one danger is, assuming like a Sharpton speaks for black people.
Right.
I know a lot of black people, and I'm not so sure that he does.
Here's what it is again. This is all it is. It's crazy Christians. The Christian right, the Christian left, they don't speak for any of us. They're all insane. And yet, because they go straight to advertisers, everybody's got to be careful.
It's just crazy. And, if I had, 5 minutes with some of those girls from Rutgers, I'd really like to ask them, did they ever listen to him before? Did they ever care what he said before?
Why would they?
And do they care now? Which is probably no.
Yeah.
So I'm just confused as how it got to this point, and that if somebody can't listen to Imus say something like what he said and not hear it as being maybe a little corny but definitely funny a little bit,
no,
and move on.
Here's what I'm planning on doing, Tim, and that's living in the underground. If you want to come with me, I'll take one more person. But you will only see me at night, and that will be to get supplies. All right? I will be traveling the streets like David Byrne. All right? It's life during wartime for me. I will be using a different identity anytime I'm out, different disguises. I no longer feel like I understand what the American people are talking about, what they worry about, what they want, what they don't want. It's all foreign to me. Everybody might as well have woke up lately and just started speaking red Chinese. I don't even understand the TV anymore.
But if you go underground, you're going to miss things like, the Knicks game, the Yankee. You can't, attend sporting events.
Can I? You won't know I'm there, but I shall be there.
How?
Believe me.
Oh.
The only way that I'm going to be showing up is in a V for Vendetta mask. Anytime you see a guy in a V for Vendetta mask, it's Ronnie B. Look, there's the man that we're scared of on TV, Imus.
Yeah.
He looks like a melted candle, and yet for some reason, everybody is frightened of him. Bizarre country we live in. Just nuts.
Looks like Woody from Toy Story.
Graham, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I want to talk to Fezzy. I got the same exact thing with dirty linoleum floors. If someone walks across one, it destroys my soul.
Linoleum floors.
You know what you're walking through?
Linoleum floors.
Like
I was
walking
trying to
through
figure
Home
out what you were
Depot,
talking
the tile
about.
section.
Yeah. Anything else you can't stand to touch, Fez?
Let's see. I agree with that guy that said cardboard, and styrofoam is so bad. I cannot touch styrofoam, and the squeak on it is worse. The texture of styrofoam is awful.
Got some styrofoam there.
All right.
That one bothers you too, Earl?
You're doing it.
It just sends a chill up my spine.
Oh, don't chew on it. Oh, that is the worst. How are you able to do that?
My father had a boy, so I don't understand. Does this bother you, Dave?
Yeah, that I was not with Fez on the paper. Okay.
It's horrible.
How could that bother anybody?
Why would we invent a substance that people can't stand the touch of it? It's insane.
And one of the things you can't stand the touch of, Fezzy, is why you're living alone. The substance that you're afraid of, most of us guys like. Pete, you're on Ron and Fez. Pete. Lost you, buddy. I guess he panicked. Here's Turkish, you're on Ron and Fez.
Who?
Turkish, they have you down as.
Hey, how you doing, man? I just want to ask you a question. How about a summer day when your feet are sweating a lot and you're wearing nylon socks?
I'm not a tranny, so I have no idea what you're going. Here's Rhonda. Rhonda, you're on Ron and Fez. Help me, Rhonda.
Hey, guys, I love you. It's more like hurt me, Rhonda. Anyway.
I'll go.
I want to go underground with you.
All right.
Okay? Any place that someone that's not elected official, they all suck anyway, but Al Sharpton, I don't remember any election from him. He's the leader of all, 45% of the country, or at least New York.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't remember him being elected. I want to go underground.
All right, but
I'll make my way. I swear.
I've never seen a woman in a V for Vendetta mask, but I'll try to get you one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you.
All right, talk to you later. Hey, Regina. Regina, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
You guys are talking about this pain thing with the wood and the styrofoam. You guys have no idea what women go through. I've gotten 27 shots of Botox just in my face.
I bet you have. She already has the V for Vendetta mask. It's her own face.
It doesn't really hurt.
Yeah.
You have to find a good reason to go through the pain.
And you're also a hockey goalie this year, too, so it's fantastic. Yeah.
But you know what? If you had a good reason to go through the pain and having that needle somewhere down there, then you'd do it.
No.
What if there was a good result going to come out of it?
What, having a face like an army bunk?
Like to reverse
Tastes
a
good.
vasectomy or something.
Don't you love that styrofoam taste, Fezzy, when you're chewing it?
No, I can't chew it. I couldn't. Touching it is bad enough. I couldn't imagine put my teeth on it. My teeth would break on that.
Let's just see what you can take more. All right, first is the paper bag.
That's awful. That's bad. Quit chewing on the paper bag, please.
The next is some nice styrofoam. And chewing on that.
They're both so bad. The paper bag is worse. The paper bag is worse than the styrofoam.
Here's Deidre, you're on Ron and Fez.
Can't stand touching satin, and if someone scratches it, that's it. I'm done.
All right, I don't mind the touch of satin. Hate the touch of Satan. Oh my God! When I'm trying to sleep and he comes in and grabs me, and you know what he always says?
No.
Come on, man, let's go get a bindle. He talks like Elvis. Come on, man, let's go get a bindle. Here is Bob. Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you guys have a problem with tinfoil?
Tinfoil, where you living? World War II right now?
You guys should chew on it right now for Fezzy.
I don't even know if they still make tinfoil. Hasn't it been aluminum foil since the space age?
Totally, yes. He's thinking of billy goats.
Here's Paul. Paul, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
My brother and sister, they would always pull the fork out from their mouth and slide it between their teeth. It would make that...
Every once in a while, you bite real down on a fork. You don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's not a good feeling. Just that taste.
Like you're giving yourself fillings.
Look at all the scratches I put in that, Fez. Does that just drive you crazy? Look at it.
It drives me crazy to think that might be like under your nails or something. That's really bad with the styrofoam. I can't take that. Can't take the paper bags. if a pencil lead breaks while someone's writing with a pencil, that is hideous.
All right, we got a pencil around here. Give me just a regular pencil. That drives you crazy, Fez?
Yeah, that's awful.
We live in a world without pencils. I cannot believe it's all pens in here. Does this kind of...
That's regular paper, and that doesn't help either.
Does that just bother you to scratch it?
Yeah, that's what it's the scratching on the material. It's really, really awful.
Maybe your thing is scratching, not necessarily...
You like to have your back scratched?
Yeah, I like that. That feels good.
What about cat scratch fever? You want that at all?
No.
We got a break here. We'll come back and see if we can't find things that gross Fez out. It's a Ron and Fez show. Ron and Fez show, or as I want to call the show, Ron and Fez's Mod Dance Party. Just have chicks in cages dancing as we're doing the show. Oh, Lily in the cage. Nice job. By the way, Dave, Lily is running everything for your big party next Friday night.
Oh, cool.
Doing a fabulous job.
Oh, awesome.
Doing a fantastic job. And she's leaving here tonight, going down the VIP and checking the joint out for us.
Ooh la la. Are you sure she's doing this for her work or for her fun?
That's up to her.
She's a little wild.
Who are we to say? All right, Fez, we're trying to go over some stuff that skeeves you out. We already did this. Paper bag.
That is so bad. That's king. That is really bad.
We've got styrofoam.
Horrible offender.
Let me try to chew some of this.
Don't chew.
Where's styrofoam?
It just locks my whole mouth up where I can't even talk.
You know how it tastes?
How?
Styrofoamy.
Oh.
Very styrofoamy.
It gives me a rat face.
Oh, really? That's what it is?
Yes.
I just thought that you were born too soon.
No. It's the face I make when hearing these annoying things.
Well, don't you have a little tail at your tailbone, too?
I have a little bit, yes.
Okay. All right, let me see. I know we had a pencil here. I don't know where we put it. We got it? Okay. Here's the pencil. Now, a pencil doesn't bother you.
A pencil is okay until it breaks writing on the paper.
All right. Here I am writing, and we'll break it. Now, there it is. It's broken down. You can see, Fez.
Right.
And I will just try to write the name.
Oh! Oh!
Where are you going, Earl? That bothers you, too?
I can feel that from my hair down to my toes. That is hideous. I think that's why I'm bad at math. Because I would be doing math work, the pencil would break, and I'd have to tap out.
No, I saw your report card. They said you're bad at math because you're stupid.
I don't write those things.
All right.
Oh, God, that's
Dear
awful.
diary.
Please stop writing in your diary.
It's Secret Invincible Pencil. What do you got over there for him, Dave?
We found a collection of items, and I thought we could start first with the soda can.
All right, the soda can, was that going to bother you, Fez?
I don't... All right, that's pretty creepy. Yeah. Okay, that's when it gets bent and it sounds like the aluminum can is tearing. That's bad.
That you don't like at all?
No, I have very sensitive ears.
Mm-hmm.
My ears are connected to my spinal cord, and everything just shoots right down.
All right, here's some tinfoil. I don't want to chew on that.
No, don't chew on the tinfoil! How are you able to do that? That would destroy my teeth.
I'm part shark.
That's bad. Put that on the bad list.
All right, let me just write that up for you.
That's a broken pencil!
Where are you jumping?
I can't get away. I can't get far enough away from it. I can still hear it.
All right, what else we got?
Next, I'd like to pass over to you a dry Brillo pad of sorts.
That bothers you?
Kind of very dry.
Yeah, I don't like the texture of that because, like, if it was on your hands, it would catch every little piece of skin on your hands.
I don't know where this Brillo pad came from, but I'm going to rub my teeth on it.
Get that out of your mouth. Oh, God.
That one you don't like at all.
This is killing me. I am just drenched in sweat.
All right, I'll write that down. Subject?
No!
Drenched in sweat.
Get him a new pencil, one that sharpens, please. A sharpened pencil.
All right, let's see how long you can do it without making... You can't move, okay?
Uh-huh.
And you can't make a face, and you can't yell. Let's just see. Keep it on the clock. Are you ready, Fez?
Yeah.
I'm going to write it down.
Sorry, I can't do it.
3 seconds.
3 seconds.
3 seconds.
I could feel the face going into rat face.
Here is Brian. Brian, you're on Fez.
BAC 3400.
Yeah, brother, what can we do for you?
Thank you.
Mhm.
I think I figured out what's going on with Fezzy.
What's that?
You know how like when you're a child, all those experiences are like really big.
Everything is intense. Smells are intense.
I don't
Yeah.
think Fezzy's gotten over that.
Yeah, that is true. When you're a little kid, tastes are like anything that's salty is super salty to you.
Right.
And then the older you get every year, you're like, give me some hot sauce. So finally, like, you've got to like drench coffee in hot sauce just so you can taste something. You know, you just completely lose everything. But I do remember that when I was a kid, something that I didn't like that I tasted, I would have to spit out and then rub my tongue across the towel just to get it off me. I would be in a blind panic. And yet now I'm like, oh, this is terrible. But there's a lot of it. You just keep eating.
When I had bad taste, my mom let me drink a pint of milk just to wash everything away. She always would give me milk.
Did your parents force you into vegetables?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. My mom would soak vegetables, make them as soggy as possible, and then say we had to eat them. It was like eating gym socks to me. It was just hideous.
My string beans that my parents cooked took much more of a creamed spinach appearance.
Oh, absolutely. Because everything came out of a can. And now, like, you go out to a real restaurant and, the vegetables are fresh. Everything is fantastic to you. But they don't give those same vegetables to a kid. They give you soggy, boiled vegetables and then go, if you don't eat it, you can't have a piece of cake later. And if you say to a kid, you're not going to get cake, they might as well be saying, we're sending you away to prison. It's just such a shock to you.
And when you're at the restaurant, you're like, this is how carrots are supposed to taste? I had no idea.
Those canned beans or whatever, green beans, it was a whole new shade of green. A grayish green.
Yeah. Matt, you're on Fez.
Hey, ice cubes. If I see ice cubes or I hear them, my teeth, I get a shiver in my teeth and a shiver in my spine.
Like when people chew ice cubes?
No, even just hearing them come out of the ice cube tray.
Anything about ice cubes gross you out?
Ice cubes are fine with me. I can deal with ice cubes.
Not just everything, just that.
Here is Jim. Jim, you're on Fez.
I can't stand the sound of like when people like click their knife and fork together.
Oh, yeah, that grosses a lot of people out.
Yep.
Yeah, any kind of the knife and fork or fork on a plate, it freaks a lot of people. Avid, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what the other guy just said. If you take a fork and a knife and just go over it like crazy on a plate, my cousin used to drive me wild with that.
Yeah, there are. I remember when you would always find that kid that was somewhat. We used to call in our neighborhood Fez-like, and we would find the Fez-like kid and then torture him. Eric, you're on Fez.
Yeah. The worst is when you're pulling the cotton out of the medicine bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It turns my spine to butter. It's horrible.
Isn't it funny how we haven't updated the cotton in a medicine bottle? It's still there after all these years.
Yeah, you would think there would be something that was easier to get out of the bottle
Right.
that still protected the tablets from crushing.
Why not just put them in a tighter thing? If you put more tablets in there, they're not going to crush. Just fill it up. They'd rather stuff a little piece of cotton in there. But, I mean, that's what they did in, like, 1875, and they're still doing it now.
Yeah.
But we have not updated. What do you got there, Dave?
This right here is some masking tape.
Yeah.
Just your standard masking tape, but a lot of people get skeeved out.
I didn't know that. Go ahead, show us the way what bothers them about it.
Well, if you go too quickly, like that.
No, nothing.
Too quick?
No. You're fine with that, Fez?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
All right, I'll write that down.
No, not with the bad pencil. Someone sharpen his pencil for him because it's just curling me up.
I'll just break it anyway. I will just break it anyway. Hey, it's our buddy Hard Rock Johnny. Johnny.
Hello, boys.
How are you?
I'm good. How are are you?
But don't ask me a lot of questions. Don't ask me a lot of questions tonight, Johnny.
Sorry.
Because I'm close to the edge.
Oh, you have no idea. I'm there with you, buddy.
All right, bro. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to live my life underground, V for Vendetta style, and that's going to be it. Get me one of those V for Vendetta masks, and I'll wish all you people good day.
How are you supposed to go to a fine dining establishment in a mask?
I'll go 4 o'clock in the morning when no one's around. That's how I'll be. And I'll be living in some abandoned subway station like Phantom of the Opera. I'll have big candelabras down there. It'll just be me and the mole people, and I won't come up at all.
You're not going to get sick of the mask? I mean, it's very tight. It's constricting.
I don't care. I can't live in this world. What do you got for us, Johnny?
When a girl files her nails, my wife files her nails, and it just sit on the couch and I'm curled up at that. Just gives me the horrible chills, worse than anything I could think of.
What do? You just let your nails just grow all long?
No, I bite mine because I like to eat anything I can get my hands on, so I just stick my fingers in my mouth and I chew. So that's what I do with my nails. But she likes to do her nails. That's her hobby.
A clip nail drives you crazy.
I can't clip my nails. It's hard to do, and and then the filing of the nails it grinds right down into my soul.
I like to go to Korean girls and have them take care of all that. There's plenty of them. I don't know what it is about Korea that they export so many people who become into the nail tech industry, and yet you'll never run into any other. It's not even like you run into any other Asians besides Koreans.
Yeah, it's like that's taught in schools or something, so that they're ready to go as nail techs as soon as they get here.
I don't have any idea, but they always try to even teach me like a Korean word when I'm in there. No. All right, Johnny.
All right, boys.
You're the
See ya.
best, buddy.
Bye.
Nail clippers skeeve me out, too. I don't know how people use them. I don't see why America isn't fascinated with the nail scissor, which is a lot more accurate and pleasing device.
Yeah, I know you've talked before about your love of the nail scissor.
Yeah.
You can't get enough of nail scissors. Now, your fiance, Casey, is she a clipper or into the scissors?
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. That's a side of her I'm not exposed to.
And yet you're ready to marry her.
Yes, I am.
By the way, have you talked her dad today? We talked to, we were in front of you when her dad called. Yeah. It was some of the most uncomfortable radio I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe, honestly, I cannot believe how badly you handled it.
Yeah, I melted down.
Yeah.
And I still feel like I have a big hole in the dam to plug because my life basically fell apart on me for 4 minutes this afternoon.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to make a comeback either. That's it for you.
Wait, what? I'm not going to throw in the towel that easy. I'm going to come back from this. I plan to meet him, take him out for a cup of coffee, and just, chew the fat.
Here's what Casey's dad is thinking today. I hate that F. I can't believe my beautiful daughter's throwing her life away. That's literally, I can mind read. That's literally what's in his mind. Hey, it's our buddy Al Dukes. Hello, Albert.
Hello.
Well, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
Thanks, Mr. Excitement.
I hate anybody touching balloons.
Now, by that you mean breast? I don't follow. I don't speak the Jersey slang.
No, like somebody making balloon animals, or even just children touching balloons, and you hear that noise.
All right, have you seen the porn sites with this?
I see like girls hopping on balloons.
Right, it is a fetish for some men. And I'm sure it has to do with the same thing that freaked him out, because when you're a little kid, a balloon popping is frightening, and your older brother would chase you around with a balloon and do that thing. But some guys are incredibly turned on by it, that they like women sitting on balloons, or just right before it pops is what turns them on.
Yeah, that's the thing that scares me, that anticipation of the pop.
And they will pop. A kid will pop a balloon. There's no way a kid can play with a balloon for more than a minute or two.
Now, does that bother you, Fez?
That squeak. Yeah, that squeak gets to me.
All right, we got a balloon here. Keep blowing it up.
Yeah. He's like,
blow it up enough so it's making a nice thing for him, so it really bothers him.
Yeah, that's the problem when it gets really big and tight like that.
Oh, that one just moved away. Yeah.
Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go.
It's just the scratching that bothers him.
Just a scratch.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, Al, why that bothers you.
I have a similar thing with fireworks. when I know they're going to explode, it's that anticipation of the loud noise.
Do you cry the entire time it's 4th of July?
No, but I don't enjoy it. Like, people want to go see fireworks. I don't get it.
You won't go.
Well, I don't enjoy it because I'm just waiting for the big explosion. Like, you see the thing shooting up into the sky, and then I just wince waiting for it to pop. And I get a headache, like from the wincing, the tension in my head.
I feel like Al and Fez are both 4 years old, where you're like, come on, kid. Now, both of you are also afraid of Santa Claus coming into the house while you're sleeping?
I don't mind Santa Claus.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, Albert.
All right, see you.
We're going to have a balloon party with him. We honestly are. Earl, anything drive you crazy?
Well, I have this very similar to Al, and right before the balloon pops, that's about the only thing that drives me really crazy. That and the hands on the chalkboard.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing that'll really sleep
Here's
me
a
out.
sound I never could stand when they tell me my rights. It would just feel like, oh, no, and now I got my arms behind me. I can't even scratch my head. I'm taking that hideous ride in the police car. I always hated the sound of my own rights.
Then it'll get to you. You hear it enough.
Scott, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Hey, you guys remember being kids in art class and you got to work with the clay, man? The clay would dry on your hands.
Yeah.
For me, that was the worst feeling in the world. I used to beg the teacher not to make me work with clay when I was a kid. I don't know if any of you guys can relate.
Well, Fez, you actually had the weird thing, too, of like sand. You hate the feel of sand on your feet, and you grew up in Florida.
Yeah, sand is awful. It gets everywhere, and once that grit gets on you, even if you get cleaned off, I can still feel that on me for hours afterwards. You're still finding sand. I can't, it's awful. Horrible stuff God makes.
I remember when I'd be a kid, like down the beach in the summer, my mom would like yell at us because we would come in with bare feet and I'd go to bed, and there would be sand on the bottom of the bed. That you would sleep with sand on you. I'd be like, what? No, I swear I washed my feet. She'd be like, look at this, you filthy animal. Look what you're laying in. It's like you're sleeping outside. And I go, that was not from me. Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies. Yeah, one time I was blowing up one of those big punching balloons, right?
Yeah.
And I tried to get it really
Like a punch
big.
ball?
What's that?
Like a punch ball, they used to call them?
Yeah, the punching balloon. The ones that you just slam up and down. Yeah, the thing blew up in my face. It totally blew out all the blood vessels in one of my eyeballs, and the whites of my one eye were totally red from the popped blood vessels.
Wow. I've seen the video of the guy who would do it like a tire tube and would keep blowing it up, or like an inner tube, until it blew up in his face.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What happened to
Oh,
him?
it's all good. Nothing. He's fine. I saw a guy do it with a water bottle, too.
Really?
Yeah. Which is I should have opened with, because the tire is way more impressive than a water bottle. It's like a feat of strength. Tim, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, chewing on a terry cloth towel, the worst.
Fez, you're a towel biter. Does that bother you at all?
No, that's actually kind of soothing.
It's the only jokes that make me laugh. This is when he goes with the bit. Just the fact that a man would go, no, I love the bite on the pillow. It's nice. And, because I know no one else does this. You're never going to have another show. You will never get another show that one of the hosts will go with that bit and have fun with it. You know why? We live in a post-Imus world.
Post-Imelips now.
Thank you.
If there's a movie made by Coppola.
So Imus is off MSNBC. They cracked first.
Yep, no more Imus show being simulcast on MSNBC. The television portion of his show is gone now.
Which means he's going to lose that great studio.
Yeah.
Remember, he was just doing it in that fantastic, beautiful studio, nicer than anyone ever gets in radio.
Yeah, in the...
Back to the fan.
Yeah.
Those weird platforms. The platform.
Oh, I thought you meant his shoes. No. I thought he was in the whole 70s thing. Earl, is that, you never saw this one coming, did you, that would go this far?
No, not
I would say slow news week, but we are at war with Iraq. So I don't understand why it's a slow news week.
Yeah, and we've even had other gossip stories, like Larry Burkhead being the father of Anna Nicole Smith's baby.
Who?
Gone. Anna Nicole Smith.
And who's her? She had a baby while she was dead.
No, she had a baby before she died, 6 months before she died.
Is that what killed her?
We don't know.
I would tell the baby, because of your big giant head, your mom died.
Then you got the Duke lacrosse thing. Still, Imus is
dead.
No.
I don't keep up with the news, Fez. You can't just yell out subjects and think we're all following you. What happened to them? They raped someone else?
Nope. In fact, all sexual assault charges dropped against the Duke lacrosse team.
Wow. Even though they still haven't played since then, right?
No.
Remember they lost their season? You won't be playing because some of you guys don't know how not to rape. I mean, even like years from now, like people going, hey, I'm going to Duke. Really? Yeah, I'm playing on the lacrosse team. Really? Is that right, rapist? Everyone's going to look like a rapist.
Oh, yeah, that little thing isn't going away.
Because no one remembers what the outcome was. It's like a lot of people think OJ really killed that waiter and his wife.
Duke lacrosse, they're not going to have another party without people thinking twice before they walk in that door.
Earl, remember how happy you are when OJ was found innocent? Is that the way you feel now that Imus is off TV? Are you going to be running down the street? We did it.
No, and I wasn't jumping up and down when OJ. I knew OJ was going to get off.
I got a TV. I saw how happy everybody was.
There's various pockets of the black community that.
And you were happy when Michael Jackson got away with it.
No, I was not happy when he got away with it.
They were happy with Ray Lewis too.
What happened with Ray
when he got away?
So the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. No,
he got away with that sack.
He got away with his charges.
Yeah, but no one ever thought he did it, did he?
Plenty of people. I thought he did it.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Earl, where were you on the Ray Lewis? I didn't really pay much attention.
The Ray Lewis, I think he knew what was going on. He definitely was there when it happened.
Yeah,
is that right?
I always figured he was there, but didn't do the actual crime.
It's an accessory to murder.
Yeah, accessory. What's that? I think we've all been there when a murder took place.
No, we haven't.
Some of us have even held the gun, but that doesn't mean we did it. Fez, we're going to take a break here. When we come back, you said Rolling Stone has put something together.
Yeah, Rolling Stone has put together a list of the 25 undisputed guilty pleasure bands.
This is a band that you don't want to listen to, but you do.
Yeah, exactly. And you're kind of embarrassed to admit it.
All right. I've got one. This is, I say I don't listen, but when I'm alone in my car, I will listen, sing along, and crank it up. And I've never even said this out loud. My guilty pleasure band is Elmo and Pat from Menaki. Right back to see what yours is. It's the Ron and Fez Show. It's the Ron and Fez Show. You got another one of these lists, Tom Fezzy?
Yeah, this one's from Rolling Stone magazine, the latest issue, list of the 25 undisputed guilty pleasure bands.
All right, mine was Elmo and Pat. Are they on the list?
Elmo and Pat do not appear in the top 25.
And I got to admit, their first single wasn't crazy about. The second one I loved. Just loved it.
Perhaps if this was a top 50 list.
All right, this is bands that you're kind of embarrassed to like. Yeah, I guess everybody has them. And some of these bands you only listen to, if you happen to be in your car. You're not going to put them on at home. You're not going to throw them on at a party. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. What about for you, Dave?
One of my favorite little pleasures was In Vogue. Just a wonderful, wonderful band. Great things, and yes, it's kind of gay.
Yeah, it's not exactly masculine. What about for you, Earl?
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Ah! The big brass sound, huh? Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
spinning wheel. Just ridiculous.
David Clayton Thomas, that was great stuff.
But the fact is, you really cannot even defend because you wouldn't be embarrassed. If you really believed they were great, you would not even throw them in here. You're always a little embarrassed by them. Now, Ben, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Yeah, big rocker, but Casey and the Sunshine Band. You put them on, the place goes nuts. Everybody will go nuts at it, but nobody will say they like them. I'm one of them.
A band that actually goes out of their way not to have real lyrics. That's the way, I like it.
From
and
Florida.
yet that went to number one.
Yeah, from Florida, too.
Well, from Miami, sure, that was a Sunshine Band. You're not going to get around that. Here's Brian. Brian, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What can we do for you?
I hate to say it, but how about NSYNC, man?
NSYNC never worked for me. Now, is that the band that you like?
No, I like Backstreet. I feel like they were the real deal.
They were the old school.
Yeah, NSYNC.
Yeah, but you know what? Every real guy, like, when you would hear an NSYNC song, like, in a club or, like, just like in a girl's car, you'd be like, oh, that's horrible, blah, get this crap off. But when you get home, you know you're singing the tunes. And you know every word to it in every song. It's kind of pathetic.
All right, thanks a lot. Hey, Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hiya, buddy.
Hey, buddy, what do you got for us?
I would say Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake, you'll never hear anyone say they're a fan, and yet these albums go platinum. Now, he was in sync too, right?
Yes, he was. I don't stop enough.
Now, you weren't into the NSYNC scene. You were a little too old for them, Pitsy?
No, I was in the height of that, but I was
Yeah.
a Backstreet guy like Dave was, too.
No, what was your thing of Backstreet? Because they were first?
They came out first, and they
Yeah.
had like a more mature look to them.
They
so
had street cred.
And I looked up to
Gray
them.
hair.
But NSYNC was actually a bigger band, right?
They became bigger, Mr. B, but
Yeah.
that doesn't matter. I mean, if it wasn't for Backstreet,
Yeah.
we'd never hear of NSYNC.
All right, now, I had no idea, but Pitsy, Dave, go ahead, sing a little NSYNC for no, this is a little Backstreet.
You are my fire, my one desire. You are my suitcase, and I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a meatball. Tell me why ain't nothing but a cheesecake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say. I go high. I want it that way, and I want it that way. One more for Earl. I want it that way.
That's really awful, guys. Did you sing "There's Nothing But a Meatball"?
Right, yeah. There was.
I didn't know that was in there.
Those are interpretive lyrics.
Now, I know your chick is a big fan of Pink. She loves Pink.
Let's get this party started.
But, yeah, there is something about this party thing. There's something about that. As horrible as she is. And basically now she's doing Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's the real deal.
She's almost, are you ready for the football?
How did she take the Hank Williams?
I don't know. No, she took the news show. She's in the ESPN, and he's on Sunday night now?
No, she's Sunday night. He's still ESPN Monday night.
Yeah.
Oh. Still.
All right, crank it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, as horrible as this song is, it's hard to shake it off.
This is what I want played. Song number 4 at the bachelor's party.
All right, yeah, we'll try to get this on. Earl will be DJing for you that night and trying to keep the whole thing together. Here is Derek. Derek, you're on Ron and Fez.
I'm thinking Journey.
You know, Journey's even embarrassed to be a Journey fan. The only guy who likes Journey is the fat guy in American Idol.
Journey's actually number 3 on this.
Rockin' there.
This is Indian Reservation.
Oh, yeah. Listen to this. A little heavy on the bass sound. Hey, David. David, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I had Duran, and Only Alone in the Car, and Only Rio.
Only Rio? You're not going to throw a girls' film in there?
Nah, I don't think so. I see the boat, I see the girls.
Fezzy, wasn't Duran your first concert?
It was the first concert I ever went to. I was hungry like the wolf for that show.
Now, didn't you feel embarrassed that you were 38 and you were there with all the little teen girls?
Wasn't that old when I went to see Duran.
Oh, I thought 38. Let me see this on your bio. Oh, that was pant size. Pant size back then.
I wish.
When you're 14. Yeah, I'm 40.
That's the saddest wish I've ever heard.
My thin tie just disappeared on me.
Yeah, well, you ate that. You thought it was spaghetti. Wow, this is so awful. Listen to it.
This takes me back.
At least they're embracing like the 80s.
Well, they were in the 80s.
They had no choice.
They embraced it like Bruce Springsteen. You're a hero. This is what made Bruce Springsteen flip.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, it's got to be the Monkees. I mean, come on. Daydream Believer, please.
Well, the Monkees had some of the greatest songwriters of that entire generation writing for them. And,
absolutely.
You know, all the production was done very, very well for that time. Monkees on the list, Fez?
The Monkees come in at number 11 on Rolling Stone's list of undisputed guilty pleasure bands. Number 11.
I still think REM ripped off the Monkees.
Of course they did. They ripped off the Monkees and the Raspberries. The Raspberries make the list, Fez? Or probably not enough hits there?
Not enough hits. No Raspberries on the list.
This isn't the one you're going to grab, though. Fabian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Secretly stored in my iPod, Ace of Base.
Oh, Ace of Base.
Yes, they are in my iPod, too. The Sign is one of the best pop songs ever.
Do you ever worry someone's going to steal your iPod and
Yes.
find out what you have?
Oh, man.
I come to work and I turn off my iPod right away, just so it doesn't happen to me glowing somewhere and someone can see what I'm rocking to. Here's John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, brother.
I hate to admit it, but when I'm alone in the car, I crank it up, but I have someone else sing it for me, Milli Vanilli.
Oh, there's no way I would own anything by the Milli Vanilli gimmick.
No, that's guilty, but no pleasure.
Yeah. Although, if it is on the radio, I'm going to listen to it.
I have to admit, I really was into Milli Vanilli, Blame It on the Rain specifically.
Yeah.
And would actually get like a mop and pretend that was my dreads. That whole
And then
thing.
pretend that you start kissing the mirror and you were like, what if he is my boyfriend?
No.
It was a gigantic hit. There's no doubt about it. It was gigantic at the time. Aren't they making a movie about this life, too? Is this one of these VH1 movies?
Yeah, they are. They are working on the Milli Vanilli story.
Let me go over here to Brian. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, how about Prince?
Prince is a genius. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You're ashamed for thinking of him. Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah. What's up, boys?
Yeah.
Big ass Cardinal 6575.
All right, we're talking about music that you're somewhat embarrassed about. Rolling Stone has put together a list of bands.
Yeah, well, growing up, I was hardcore, like Slipknot, Caesar.
Right.
Surf. You get Steve Miller Band, Blinded by the Light. Everybody in the car loves it.
First of all, you never did that. That was Man for Man that you're embarrassed about liking.
All right, see you, boys.
All right, peace out. Yeah, you don't even know what you're talking about. Let me go over here to Fat. Hey, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, buddies.
Good to talk to you again.
On the down low, I crank up Shakira.
Hips don't lie. There's something about that chick. I ain't saying her music, but her look, unbelievable.
She's very exciting.
Yes, she is.
When I look at her, just blood rushes all over the place.
That isn't blood that's rushing, my friend.
Oh.
That's something else. Here's Eric. Eric, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, man, I was thinking Michael Jackson. I know it's really bad. I know Michael Jackson. Whenever I hear one of his songs, I put on my sparkle glove. And
Yeah, I mean, you have to go back and remember Michael Jackson was the biggest thing of the 80s. So, particularly if you were a kid then, you are going to be caught up in it. Here's your girl, Shakira.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I don't like to listen to her. I'd rather watch her with the sound turned down.
Plus, she reminds me of a friend of ours, so I pretend sometimes our friend is on the TV doing those dances.
Solera?
Yeah, okay. I didn't want to get embarrassed.
Shakira.
We should. Hey, by the way, Solera and Alki coming out?
We're doing everything we can, yeah. Solera's going to notify me very soon.
Did you get the thing from the guy in the van? Says he could help out?
Yep.
Did you talk to him?
Not yet.
Of course not. Here's Doug. Doug, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
How you doing?
Hey.
I gotta say, Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears was actually supposed to be, a much bigger band than they turned into, but this stuff isn't embarrassing.
I love this song. I think it sounds like sort of a poor man's U2, but kind of cool.
What was this song that they did in Donnie Darko? Remember that?
They wrote Mad World, but I forgot who remade it. They wrote the song Mad World.
Oh, but that's not the version?
That's not the version, no.
Because that's a great-ass song in that. That's a terrific song. Joey G, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron, once again, I got the number one song.
All right.
Guarantee it.
All right.
Culture Club. It's got to be there.
Culture Club. They make it, Fez?
Culture Club, not even in the top 25 of guilty pleasure acts.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
George Michael.
George Michael, gigantic star. Wham is probably a little more embarrassing than George Michael.
Wham makes it. George Michael as a solo artist doesn't. Wham comes in at number 18.
And you know what? To go along with this, and one time Dave laughs right in my face, I'm a Robbie Williams fan. I think he's fantastic and doesn't understand why the United States doesn't love him as much as England.
I don't understand that, Mr. B. It's like saying you like Ricky Martin to me.
Who knows? No one knows what they're going to be into. I think he's a fantastic singer. I really do. I think he's got a great voice. It's like saying you like Elton. There's something about that voice.
He's one of the few pop guys that could actually he knows how to sing and has an idea of a melody and how to present himself and carry
Thanks for backing me up. That's why you're my right-hand man, and that he's in today fainting because he's getting sharp things in the end of his dink. That's the difference.
Robbie Williams came from Take That.
Then he did. Oh, my God, did he. Patrick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Justin Timberlake came from a boy band. You guys were just sitting in you were singing
Backstreet.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Take That was a fifth-rate Backstreet at that.
They were out before Backstreet.
Yeah, and Backstreet's still better than those.
You don't even know what you're doing. Here is Patrick. You're on Fez.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
The Bee Gees.
Bee Gees, actually way too respected over the years. Bill, you're on Fez.
Ron and Fez, Hall and Oates. I'll never turn off an Hall and Oates song.
All right, you can say anything you want, but great voices, great white soul, and some hooky songs on there. I will never turn off Your Kisses on my list. It will not happen. There will not come a day. Well, I'll turn that one off.
Hall & Oates comes in at number 24 on the list.
But again, even after all these years, those guys can actually sing their asses off.
Yeah, but they're so weird looking.
I can't fight that. You were right. That's why it's not out in the beginning of the day. I'm not yelling it's the Beatles. I'm saying it's Hall & Oates.
Even the name. Hall and Oates.
Bop.
Hanson, again, those little kids could sing their asses off. They really could.
Hanson not making the list here.
And they did play their own instruments, so I thought there was a kind of a. I would have loved if Hanson grew up and got all weird and.
They tried to have a rock song that actually wasn't too bad. Remember we played it on the show one time?
Yeah.
And it was a follow-up song, but I don't remember the name of it. I put Earl on it. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, their early stuff was really good, but their later stuff is atrocious, and it's Genesis.
Peter Gabriel, Genesis, very cool. The rest of Genesis, very, very embarrassing.
Phil Collins, my guilty pleasure.
I bet he is. Somebody that you batch to. Here's Adam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about the guy that wrote it to GQ, Rob Thomas? Yeah, that new song was pretty good.
Rob Thomas. I know. He was with Matchbox 20 for a while, and then had that giant hit with Santana.
Yeah. That's really his biggest thing, is that Santana song.
And everybody in Matchbox 20 was like mad at him. I'm sorry, I wrote a hit that stayed on the charts for, it stayed number one for like 14 weeks. Everyone in the band blamed me. Remember when they tried to do this the other night? Terrible. Here's Bob. Bob, you're on Ron and Fez. Whoops, let me try again. Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what about the Pet Shop Boys, buddy? East Town Boys and West Side Girls.
Yeah, it's the only thing I know. West Side Claire's is all I remember.
Oh, no. No.
Here's Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, pal?
Ronnie, buddy.
Yeah.
I know Rush has to be on the list.
There will be never a time in my life that I crank up the Rush.
Rush is number one.
Wow.
On Rolling Stone's list of the 25 undisputed guilty pleasure acts.
Greatest band ever.
That's harsh.
They are number one. Hold on, buddy. You're going to get tickets to see the New Jersey Devils take on the Tampa Bay Lightning round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. That game is Saturday, April 14th. That's the ticket you have. You're getting tickets. You can visit NewJerseyDevils.com or call Ticketmaster, charged by phone.
Neil Peart's one of the greatest drummers. Geddy Lee's one of the best bassists ever.
And then listen to the things they sing. Listen to this.
Come on.
It's embarrassing.
They're not number one. I very much decry this list.
then start your own.
Fine.
And you're trying to tell me Elmo and Pat from Menaki are not on there at all.
Nowhere to be found on this list from Rolling Stone. Maybe they're too new.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, Mike, you're Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Sticks.
Sticks is perfect.
Sticks comes in at number 13.
Domo omegato, Mr. Roboto.
Domo.
Was there ever a song that defined and killed a career at the same time than Mr. Roboto?
Hey, those guys are still touring to this day. They're still making money. There's a lot of bands that can't say that. As hideous as it is, they're not off the road.
At least one of them is. Because I saw a follow-up special, and the one guy totally embraces Mr. Roboto. He goes out with a headband. It's a really bad look.
Who?
And I don't know.
Dennis DeYoung.
Yeah.
Dennis DeYoung who did this?
Yeah, he wrote it, and the other guys did. He
But the
just
other
run
guy's
away
like-
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not forget, he also wrote Lady. Oh, this is so hideous.
He sort of looks like the Lord of the Riverdance right now.
Sure.
It's the same.
He always did. He looked like that in 82. Oh, this is so insane. This is like an anime. This would be perfect with an anime movie. Why hasn't somebody done Mr. Roboto, some Japanese guy? Brandon, you're in Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, man.
I got two for you. Queen and B-52s.
There's definitely a lot of Queen I'll listen to.
Well, Queen is. I would say I like them, but I wouldn't turn up Bohemian Rhapsody in my car.
That's only because it's like their version.
Yeah.
That's their version of like Stairway, where it became so ridiculously big,
Yeah.
that they couldn't deal with it anymore. You're a Queen fan?
Yes, Queen rules. We're talking Brian May. We're talking
Yes,
John
I know-
Deacon.
I know
Okay.
everybody who's in the band.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, Queen's a phenomenal band.
No Queen on the list, no B-52s.
And B-52s are pleasant enough.
Here's your boys.
Hey, I stand by
Listen to this.
I stand by their...
I bet you do. You got the same haircut as Freddie Mercury, too. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, I got one. How about Huey Lewis in the News?
Gigantic band there for one record. But did they make it, Fez?
Nope, no Huey Lewis in the News on this list from Rolling Stone.
Why don't you give us, let's go from 25 up, see what we got and what we didn't.
All right, number 25, didn't get this one, Britney Spears.
Yeah, you don't turn off at least that first one.
Right.
You're going to leave that song on if you bump into it.
Number 24, we did mention this one, Hall & Oates.
Thank you.
23, Air Supply.
No, not for me. I couldn't listen at all. Fez, don't you know about Air Supply or something? You went to the show?
Oh, yeah, I went to an Air Supply show. Russell Hitchcock is just, you got to see him live to appreciate.
That'll never happen. I'll never appreciate him.
22, Kansas.
Oh, Carry On My Wayward Son? Of course.
Terrible. Terrible. This is actually my least favorite song in the history of rock and roll. I think this is the worst. This is the worst. When does it get good?
Right here.
Easy question.
You hate Kansas?
I despise them. I despise Dust in the Wind, and this song is the pits.
What was from the first album, Earl? It was like something down the road. You know what I'm talking about?
I only remember like Point of No Return and...
No, that was later Kansas. There was early, they were almost like a boogie-woogie band there for a little while. Until they found this Styx rock. They suddenly jumped in with Styx, Boston, Journey. It was just a wave of mediocrity that just flooded the suburbs.
But these guys are the bottom of the barrel, in my opinion.
They're all the same. There is a barrel that everyone is at the bottom.
Number 21 was Lionel Richie.
Okay. I understand he's gigantic in Iraq. No one can understand why. But seriously, they say he's a god in Iraq.
Number 20, Poison.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Number 19, REO Speedwagon.
REO2.
Yeah, High Infidelity.
High Infidelity was a gigantic hit. And You Can Tune a Piano, but You Can't Tune a Fish. Their live album. Riding the Storm Out was an 80s FM radio staple. We were always riding the storm out every time a hurricane was coming to Florida.
Number 18, we mentioned Wham. Number 17, America.
America is a band that had, if you have checked like the Billboard thing, tons of top 10 hits, number one hits, and no staying power.
Yeah, it's like, was it a Horse with No Name, Ventura Highway? I think was a big hit.
Tin Man or something like that. There was all kinds of number one hits. And they were like, if there could be such a thing, a weaker version of the Eagles. They were for people who thought the Eagles were a little too harsh.
I thought it was like a poor man's Poco, which was a poor man's Eagles.
Yeah, okay.
Number 16, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, I can understand that.
15, Simply Red.
Yeah.
Number 14, Eddie Money.
Eddie Money in Long Island has not been forgotten. And he also has 2 tickets to Paradise.
Number 13 we got was Styx. Number 12, The Crew, Motley Crue.
Wow, that's surprising. Surprising that The Crew would make this list.
Embarrassing things to listen to?
They're considered to be a pretty legitimate band, I think.
By you, sure, but you're embarrassing. You're from Jersey.
All right, fine.
First of all, this whole thing should just be called Bon Jovi, 1 through 25.
Number 11, this was mentioned, The Monkees. Number 10, New Edition.
New Edition?
They were never a guilty pleasure. I mean, they were an extremely popular band.
They were gigantic.
Yeah, huge.
A lot of number one hits, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of like that next progression of like the Jackson 5.
They were the Jackson ripoffs, yeah. With Candy Girl.
No,
basically
they were actually like that first wave of boy bands because they were managed by the same guy, Maurice Starr, and he went off and said, you know what, I'm going to save the same formula and go with New Kids on the Block.
I'm going to say this comfortably to you and I'm going to say slowly so I don't get in trouble here because it's a post-timeless world. But do you ever notice that no one uses boy bands for black kids? When someone says boy bands, they mean white boys. That's what they mean.
I mean, I didn't mean it.
No one ever calls Boys the Men a boy band. Yet any white kids, they'll call that whole West thing or whatever it was in England a boy band. But they never turn around and call like the Jackson 5 a boy band. Never happens.
Interesting.
Yeah, write it down. Let's see, I got a pencil here.
No, that pencil doesn't have any lead in it. It's broken. Number 9 is Bon Jovi.
Way to go, Dave.
That's
high
ridiculous.
Five. Jersey's own Bon Jovi.
I'm not high-fiving.
Come on, just give me it for, you know what?
You're not going to trick me?
No, I swear to God.
Okay.
Give me a big high five. Okay. Take it up high. Jersey sucks. Why would you high five
well,
that?
You said you weren't going to trick me.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Little Jersey rock for us. Bon Jovi. Number 9, Guilty Pleasure. And Al Dukes, to this day, is a member, I believe the only guy member of the Bon Jovi fan club. He got a whistle and a picture of the band.
He still gets the newsletter, I know that.
Somebody sent me this picture of this, like, what are those little, they're not action figures, Fez, but they're like little things like Todd McFarlane makes, right?
Yeah, they're almost like statuettes, I guess you would call them.
But they're tiny, right?
Yeah.
There's a thing of John Bon Jovi. Even the picture, it scared me because it looks so real. The skin on it freaked me out. I don't know how people collect this stuff. I think they're making it out of real skin.
Number 8 is Bread.
Oh, bread. That's ridiculous. I'm starving, though. We got any bread?
No, we don't have any bread.
How about corn pops? I'd love to have some corn pops. For some reason, corn pops is on my mind tonight.
Number 7, Foreigner.
Foreigner, throw them in with that entire wave of lameness. Late 70s lameness, they ought to call it.
Adding to the lameness, number 6, Boston.
Sure. Right in the middle of it all. You love Boston?
Yeah, I like Boston. What?
No.
Big deal. Boston, that was a great song.
What song do you love? More Than the Feeling?
More Than the Feeling is still great. It's a timeless classic. What? There's a great guitar riff.
Yeah.
And have you ever heard anyone hit that note?
I hope. Yeah,
that's like one of the best notes ever.
He's one of the best women singers ever. That note haunted him so much he eventually killed himself.
Number 5, Chicago.
Oh, Chi-Town. More brass for you. More brass.
That's my dad's favorite and only rock band.
By the way, as much as this band is a joke, They hung around for like 35 years and still having hits. It didn't matter who was in the band. They could bring people in and out. They were a brand.
Number 4, ABBA.
ABBA's still got that piece of crap running on Broadway now all these years. And if you take a listen, I don't know whether it's the production or the actual voices, it did take some amount of skill to be able to pull it off.
This is a perfect, quintessential guilty pleasure band.
Yeah.
Because this is great stuff.
I mean, they pack them in on Broadway, though.
Number 3, we mentioned Journey. Number 2, we didn't get ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra. And number 1, Rush.
Ron and Fez show.
Now that ephedra is gone, I-57 Ignite is here to save the day. I-57 Ignite with the all-natural Brazilian herb Chata Bugre. That's what gives it its energy kick.
Fezzy, I love I-57 Ignite so much, not just because it gives me the energy I've been looking for and it gives me the focus that I want all this time, but I like I-57, again, not because all the high fashion models are doing it or all the great athletes, not for the fact that once you get into the gym with I-57 Ignite, it gives you the power that you need. I like I-57 Ignite because when you give it to your girls, they tend to listen to you. Am I right?
Yes, Charlie.
Did you do all the things I told you to?
Yes, Charlie.
Did you go out creepy crawling?
Yes, Charlie.
Do you know what's going on in the area?
Yes, Charlie.
Then that means one thing. That's right, I-57 Ignite! The revolution is on! Helter Skelter, baby! It's all coming down! My family's got their eye on you.
I-57 Ignite, you can try a bottle for free by calling 877-I-57-DIET. That's 877-I-57-DIET.
That's right, and you piggies who aren't taking I-57 Ignite, my girls are going to find you, am I right, ladies?
Yes, Charlie.
And then it's all going to be over. Helter Skelter! What was down is now up, and what was up is now down.
I-57 Ignite, you can also pick it up at your local CVS pharmacy or by going online at myi57.com.
Give Tex one reason, and he'll do the deed for me. I-57 Ignite! Helter Skelter, baby!
Call for a free bottle, 877-I-57-DIET, 877-I-57-DIET. No ephedra? No problem. Now there's I-57 Ignite. Get ignited with I-57 Ignite.
This afternoon, we're going to play it in just a little bit. Eastside Dave's new dad called, father-in-law, for very, very embarrassing. What'd she eat, Michael's Grill? For a very, very cringe-filled phone call. Dave, you had no idea that your new father-in-law would be calling you?
No, I had no idea that was going to happen. I got a text message that I was able to check my phone after the show.
Right.
And it said, Casey had sent me, said my dad's going to be calling.
Got that a little too late, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is she tight with her dad? No, you were moving to Lovetown. I thought you were moving to Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah, that's what we call it.
So you two are moving into Brooklyn very soon?
Hopefully by maybe mid-May or so.
Yeah.
That would be a great plan, yeah.
Before then, she's going to move in with you in Queens?
Maybe, yeah.
Even before you're married?
I would hope so, yes. I don't look at it as living in sin, if that's what...
Hey, you're awful tough with me. I didn't hear you talking this way to her dad.
No, not you.
I mean, guess what? I had nothing to do with this. But with her dad, it seemed like you were a little on the sissy side.
A little bit. I was.
We'll play this because we had no idea it was his dad. We'd never talked to him before.
Neither had I.
And his name was Doug, and we just took him as a regular phone caller. So we'll pick it up. I guess, does anything else need to be set up, Earl?
No.
All right, here it is. This is Eastside Dave getting to meet his future father-in-law. Hey, Doug. Doug, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
I'm just calling to see if Dave is there.
Yes, he is. He's right here.
Yeah, I'm here, Doug.
Dave, I am Casey's father.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir.
How are you today?
Great.
Hi, Mr. Casey.
No, my name is Doug, yeah. I won't get my last
should
name.
I call you, can I call you Mr. Doug at least? Or?
Well, is it official, or what's going on there? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. I've proposed to your daughter, and she's accepted. I was going to run it maybe by you.
That'd be a good idea, huh?
Oh, yeah, sometimes these hours, 2 radio shows, I know I'm not making a lot of sense, Mr. Doug, but I do love her very much and will treat her very well. Can I have maybe a blessing or?
Oh, well, can I? Well, yeah, you could probably have one of those things. I'd like to meet you first. But,
Okay.
Are you naturally a redhead?
I am, Mr.
You
Doug.
are?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah.
And how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2".
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good size.
Yeah, and
I'm just thinking in terms of offspring.
oh yeah, I have good genes. My parents are quite healthy.
They're from New Jersey as well?
My parents were originally from. My mom was originally from Riverdale, New York.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
All right, my mother was from Brooklyn, so.
Okay. Anything else? I can tell you this. We're really quite an item.
So I'm hearing.
Okay. I heard a lot about you. She says a lot of great things.
Oh, you really?
Yes. You have a very interesting business. I really admire it very well. I'm not.
It's different.
Yeah, it's very
You don't
cool.
find many people doing that kind of thing.
No. Do you? Can I say what it is? Do you?
Sure, I don't care.
Mr. Doug, he makes robotic chairs that go up a staircase, like in Gremlins when the.
Hey, I don't mean to coach you here, brother. But stop calling him Mr. Doug.
Oh,
I
no,
would
it sounds
kill.
so much like Mr. Bill.
Well, no.
Yeah, I would kill any like my daughter's
Okay.
boyfriend who called me Mr. Ron. That would sound crazy. But other than that, go ahead. You don't.
All
Want
right.
Call me Mr. Dad.
Am I? Oh, can I?
Talk about the robot chairs.
No, I'm trying to be respectful, and then because I don't want to say Doug. I think, but can I call you sir? Maybe.
No, you know what? You can call me Doug.
So Doug, let me just say this: me and Casey, we care about each other, and, sir, if I could have her hand in marriage, and you could give me a blessing, I'd be the happiest gent in the Northeast. I know that didn't come out.
Well, you know
way
what? That's fine. Certain people I know would say, "What's in it for me?" But
Oh.
yeah, as long as she's happy, that's all I care about.
Okay.
You know,
So-
if she thinks she's made the right decision, then I stand behind her 1,000,000,000%.
Oh, thank you.
I look forward to meeting you.
Thank you. I can't wait to meet you. So it's a go?
Yeah, I'll be up on. I'll actually be up that way next week.
Oh, I'd love to sit. You know what I'd like to do, sir, is
It
maybe.
would be probably better if she was around, though, don't you think?
Okay, yeah, that's.
She's coming up at the end of the month.
I think she'll be here next week as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a little nervous right now, sir. But I'd like to take you to
Doug?
maybe Doug, to a diner, or maybe we can get a cup of Joe.
Absolutely.
Okay, a cup
We
of
can
Joe,
do that.
a hamburger, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Well,
By the way, I've listened to Ron and Fez all but twice,
Thank you.
and I'm a fan.
All right. Well, thanks, sir. I appreciate it very much.
Not
And-
a problem.
and
I just
trust
thought
me.
I would
Yeah.
see who we were dealing with here.
Doug,
Yeah.
throw a blanket over your daughter's head and take her somewhere away.
Okay.
That's all I say.
He's joking.
I
sir.
know you want to support your daughter, but it's best to take off.
He's a jokester, Doug, and
Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. He makes a lot of funny lines, and but really, we do have a wonderful bond, and we're going to be married for quite a long time, like forever. I mean,
That's usually why you do those kind of things.
yeah, forever. So that's the plan. But I'll inform you more on our meeting over a nice hot cup of coffee on my thing.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks, Doug.
All right, my pleasure. Listen, enjoyed speaking with you.
Thanks, Dad.
Take care, Doug.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, God, that was uncomfortable.
Oh, my God.
Doug, the odd thing is that Doug seems like somebody I would get along with. You know, he seems like a good guy. He's runs his own business. He loves his daughter, obviously. The thing that kind of broke my heart is the disappointment in his voice.
Yeah.
Just hearing you being an idiot with him.
That
Why would you bring up a diner or a burger or a hot cup of coffee?
Oh, that sounded a lot worse than I had imagined it.
Yeah.
In my head, I thought
It was
things went-
bad.
No, I was sitting next to you, and it was one of the more uncomfortable things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I thought it went swimmingly, but
Yeah.
no, I drowned very much. It was that was really difficult.
I got to tell you the truth. One time, I had to explain to a man that his daughter was killed, and it went easier and smoother and was more comfortable
Right.
with the conversation that you were. Because at least this way I could tell him it's over. Her pain is over. Where Doug realizes that his daughter's really going to have a rough road ahead of her.
Why? I was nervous. I mean, that's the way people are when they're talking to the future.
Yeah, when they're 4, not when they're 29.
Well,
Did you notice you couldn't get the blessing out of him?
And why would you say Mr. Doug like suddenly you were working in his pantry? You know who says Mr. Doug? Immigrants.
Oh.
You know, if you got an Asian house cleaner, she'll say something like Mr. Doug. You know why? Because she doesn't know. She doesn't know the right thing.
Oh, I was trying to be formal. I didn't want to start calling the guy
That's not-
Doug.
Why, he said, call me Doug, and then you kept calling him sir, and then you said like this, can I call you Mr. Doug?
But that's the way they used to do things in olden times.
When?
I mean, in the Wild West and stuff, you don't say...
You think Billy the Kid called his father-in-law Mr. Doug?
He might have. That's the point. And, all right, even if I didn't get that straight, I mean, I don't know why things went so rough.
Hey, Mitchell, you're on Ron and Fez.
That was like a very uncomfortable deposition. And Dave, you know, you're supposed to invite your Mr. Doug-in-law to your bachelor party, which you didn't do.
You are?
You left him out. You hung him out to dry.
Yeah, the father-in-law should be invited at all times. The problem is this is going to be such a hideous night. I mean, it's going to be... It's just going to be filthy.
Mr. Doug doesn't need to see the debauchery.
Yeah.
And think even worse of me.
Just call him Doug. He's begged you to call him Doug.
Doug.
Yeah.
Give me one of those automated staircase chairs, too, while you're at it.
Oh, I actually rode the model, the prototype.
Lucky.
Yeah, Casey has it next to her house. It was awesome. So...
Yeah, you brought it up like he invents a toy instead of has a business that helps handicapped people.
I probably shouldn't have mentioned Gremlins.
That was idiotic.
Yeah.
Michael, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, when Mr. Doug comes up, make sure you show him your Star Wars figurines.
Thank you. Shark,
He's
thank
laughing
you.
at your face.
All right.
Here's the thing.
Don't put stink bombs on VIP.
You know for a fact that Doug knows you're already a Star Wars fan just by the way you handled yourself. Oh, my God, was that uncomfortable.
It's a nerve-wracking experience. I wish I had time to think of what I was going to say. I didn't realize he would be calling on the radio, and I'd get kind of side-saddled there.
But here's the thing. And again, I could tell that he loves Casey. And if Casey said, Dad, I'm marrying a cactus, he would go, honey, does that make you happy?
Right.
Unfortunately, you're not even a cactus.
Oh.
You're beneath what would probably be dating a desert flower for him.
Well, I don't. I disagree with that. I can provide lots of
Do you want me to
water.
replay that tape? And then you'll tell me once again that a cactus wouldn't have done better? Hey, it's our buddy Bronx Johnny. Hello, Johnny.
What's going on, boss? Dave, I think her dad's trying to kill you, man. Honestly. Like, did you hear his voice when he found out she's coming over next week? He was like, oh, really?
My favorite thing Doug said was that he didn't want to be alone with you. Because he knew he'd choke you to death. Why? Please let's have somebody else there.
Well, that's...
If you want to get tighter with him, just call him Dad when you meet him. Like, hey, Dad.
I'm not sure if he would like that. It might be too presumptuous.
The weird thing is how it just all started so bad with the red hair comment.
He was searching to see what kind of genes I have.
It's almost like she called up and said, Dad, I'm marrying a hideous man. I'm marrying a freak of nature.
Well.
Because how else would he have found out this out? He's
don't
like, oh, redheaded, huh?
Well, what? Maybe he comes from sort of a Irish heritage, and that was a good thing.
You already know that she's Jewish.
I know her mother was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The father, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, the father isn't, I don't think.
Sounds like you know a lot here. Laurel, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Laurel, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, what's up? Hey, if that tape, if they ever taped an abortion and aired it, that's what that is. That's what that tape sounded like.
Oh, you know what? I might want to just have two tapes and let people try to pick them out on the street. Which is which? Which is the abortion, and which is Dave meeting his new father-in-law?
I disagree with those sentiments. I thought this is the way to happen. I think people were listening into a little slice of Americana.
Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Dave, man, my in-laws are Spanish. I had to speak to them in Spanish. I knew no Spanish words, and it came out better than that. That's horrible.
That was honestly the worst I ever heard of.
Just because I was a little nervous?
No, you were a lot nervous, and you were... and I don't mean to put you down with this. You came across sounding childish.
Really?
He sounded like a man.
Yeah.
You sound like a little kid, like you were knocking at the back door, asking if she could go out and play on the seesaw with you.
Well, again, I think that's part of being caught off guard. Yeah, I tend to whittle down. Maybe
You know what I
revert.
want to say, and I don't want to tell you how you live your life, but before you get married, would you consider joining the Marine Corps? And maybe they make a man out of you and bring you back, and you can stand up to Doug and talk to him eye to eye.
I don't want to do any tour duties.
Is that bathroom talk? Because I don't like. I do not like the little kid talk.
No.
John, you're on Fez.
How you doing, boys?
Yeah.
I think, Dave sounded nervous, but he wasn't too bad. The problem is day laborers make more than he does, and the father-in-law to be knows that, so it's a problem.
He picked up on it.
No, this is actually even a big problem. Dave could hit one of those $80 million lotteries, right? Yeah. And her life still won't be comfortable because she's going to have Dave in it.
What?
I know this stuff. And I love you, kid.
Yeah?
I think you're terrific. I'm telling you to get married because you're never going to probably even get another girl, let alone one that looks and acts like Casey.
Right.
But from Doug's point of view, I don't blame him for wanting to put a stop to this.
It's kind of not fair. I mean, why is the husband always, or the groom, whatever, always have to meet the father-in-law, and then the girls don't have to meet the opposing father? You know what I mean?
You're not opposed. You're
I
supposed
look at it
to
like
be
opposing
uniting.
teams. Oh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be uniting. The fact that you're afraid of him is not a good thing. Because you think he's going to lay down at night. Oh, I'm so glad my new son-in-law was afraid of people. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. My son-in-law can't string together any sentences, and he starts crying, calling people Mr. Doug. I can't imagine.
Is there any way you could maybe come with me, Mr. B, to me and Doug's diner session?
Like a weird Cyrano where I'm back there and I'm going like this. That's none of your goddamn business. I try to show you because what he'd like to see, I think, is a guy who could take care of himself.
That would help out very much.
See, because if you can take care of yourself, you can take care of his daughter.
Yeah. That would be very helpful, honestly.
Because I remember when I met my new father-in-law, this before, I walk in there and I show him a 38. And I said this. I said, this could be here to protect or to injure. Doesn't matter either way. The gun doesn't have a decision. That decision is mine.
So you had your whole act
And I could see
prepared.
that he relaxed. I could tell that he relaxed and was ready. Yeah. No, I didn't even know I was marrying her. I didn't remember. I got married when I was drunk. So I didn't. I basically went in and told him later.
Okay.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, buddies. Dave. You know, on behalf of all of us down the Jersey Shore, we're pulling for you. But it was bad from start to finish. In fact, if you play back the tape, you'll find out that you called him Mr. Dad before.
Yeah, at the very end, you said Mr. Dad, which was a bad TV sitcom.
Whatever. You know what? It was a meltdown. I admit it. I'll take responsibility for it. But I promise, I promise Doug that things will be better. I will give your daughter a great life.
I think you will. I think you're going to do your best. I really do.
I'm going to.
The odd thing is now, no matter what you call him, whether it's Doug, Dad, Mr. Dad, it all sounds like a smartass.
I'm not trying. I don't even know.
That's how it's coming across, though.
When someone says call me Doug, they want to be called Doug.
Even if I don't know him and he's older than me.
But he's saying call me Doug. That means that's what you call him.
My mom's friends say to me, call me Judy, and I
call
don't.
them that.
I know. I call him Mrs. Judy.
What are you, down south?
No, I just feel like it's improper. I feel strongly.
Miss Judy. Someone's filling in the well. You sound like a maniac.
I just feel like it's a proper. It's
romper room.
It's couth.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to get at here.
Here is Lucas. Lucas, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Hey, I was wondering if you guys noticed how Mr. Doug kind of hinted that he may listen to the show and may know a little more about Dave than Dave thinks.
I think he just threw that out there to scare him a little bit. To say, he just threw it out there, and he did the right thing. He saw you on the ropes, and he peppered you. He peppered you. He showed you who the alpha was.
Right.
And that's good for you. That's good. You know what it's like? You go up, you take 3 swings at nothing, you come back. Then you get a chance to say to yourself, I've seen his best stuff.
Right.
Now I know what he has.
I look at it as like kind of, I just let the boss win in a golf match.
No. I mean, it would be okay for you to say, hey, respectfully, look, I understand that must be very odd for you. It's odd for me, too, you know? I didn't expect for the two of us to fall in love like this. I'd love to get together, talk to you about myself. I don't want to do it here on the air. I have respect for you and respect for your daughter. What I would love to do is have the opportunity for you and I to sit down and talk about this girl. But, Doug, I want you to know something. Any mistake I make at all will not be on purpose. It will only be made with love. And I will love this girl, and you'll never have to worry about her. You're never going to have to worry.
I wish Ron was marrying Casey.
See, well, he knows these
That's
things.
why I want to say stuff into your ear.
I know.
And then I'm going to hand you the 38 and give you the, hey, this could be here to help or hurt. Don't matter. This gun doesn't have a brain, okay? This gun wants to know one thing. What does Ronnie want? What does Ronnie want? That's what this gun is. And just put it up to his forehead.
I don't want any firearms involved, but I do appreciate the advice. I like that aspect of it. I don't think weapons.
I'm never more than 3 feet away from a weapon.
Even now?
Yeah, I got him hitting all over the studio. Real quick, right back, Ron and Fez show.
Get ready for Nautica's newest jeans for men. They are the Nautica Jeans Company new N-Series jean.
That is where it's all happening right now. Now, I got Eastside Dave in here. You're getting married, right?
Yes.
What you need is to pick up this style. Wear what the guys who know what's going on are wearing.
The N-Series jean from Nautica Jeans Company, available in 3 shades of indigo with a slimmer fit and vintage detailing.
The beauty of this, Dave, is it looks like you just stepped off a yacht. You're wearing this. You're going to wear it in when you meet your new father-in-law, and he's going to look over and say, look at the way this kid's dressed. There's something about him, something that says he has a future that he cares about.
The N-Series jeans, they are perfect. They're the perfect choice for any occasion. And Nautica Jeans Company, they're inviting you to go out in style with the Live in Jeans Night Out Sweepstakes, where you can win a night out for you and a friend to Los Angeles, Miami, Chicago, or right here in New York, courtesy of Nautica Jeans Company.
Now, here's the story. It's going to look like you just got out of a beautiful high-performance sports car. Unfortunately, you're going to be driving your car. So when you get out, you're wearing your jeans. You're going to say to him, hey, by the way, look what they gave me. Look at this loaner. Hey, Doug, how are you? Dave McDonald, what's happening? Like my jeans?
It's the Live in Jeans Night Out Sweepstakes, where you can win airfare, hotel, food, transportation to and from the airport, and you can enter at livenjeans.com. livenjeans.com. Don't miss the new N-Series Jean for Men by Nautica Jeans Company. Go to liveandjeans.com.
Let me go to Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
Dave, obviously that was a brutal phone call, but that's to be expected there, buddy. Don't worry about it. For
Thanks.
6 months, I had a short engagement with my wife for 6 months. I didn't know what to call my in-laws. First name, Mr., Mrs., hey, you. I couldn't call them mom and dad until the day I said I do. It was just a brutal 6 months, and don't worry, you'll get through it.
First of all, I don't. You know what? I don't believe in calling people mom and dad. Anyway, I got a dad, so that's not the thing. I'll call you by your name. Then here's another relaxing thing. When you have kids, then you just start to call them grandpa. Hey, say hi to grandpa. And then really, I got news for you. Once you have kids, nobody cares about you anyway. You're really just the guy who drives the kids over. Kay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello.
Yeah.
How are you?
What can we do for you, Kay?
Well, I wanted to call and commend you for, bombing as bad as you did, because it just shows how much you really care about Casey.
Thank you, Kay.
If you weren't nervous, if you weren't as awful as you absolutely were, maybe he'd think twice about how you feel about her.
All right. Thanks for helping. Did that help at all?
Not really.
No.
When she introduced the word awful.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Did you feel like it went awful?
While it was going, I knew it felt awkward.
Yeah.
But in my head, I thought maybe, we had a good thing here. And listening back to it right there, there's got to be a lot of work to be done between me and Doug.
He sounds really distant.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you be disappointed?
Why?
Oh, I'd cry my eyes out.
Because you sound like Sheepy on the phone. It sound like, he hasn't met you yet. You're a guy's guy.
Yeah.
You're a regular fella.
I know, but
you sound like Sheepy on the phone.
Right.
Like, don't hurt me. I don't, you're not that guy.
No, but it's his daughter. It has a totally different vibe. I don't know. I'm never good with guys as fathers.
You got to learn.
Or girls
this
as fathers.
Guy's going to be your family now. You're not some ham and egger coming around asking to take her to the sock hop.
No, I'm not.
You're going to be his new son-in-law.
No, she's my main squeeze.
And you might find yourself in that business. You might be running crippled people up and down the steps.
What?
I don't know what he does there. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez. I swear I wasn't listening. What can we do for you?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say the only thing worse than that conversation was Imus on the Sharpton show.
And actually, I think Imus did better.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That seems impossible. There were no preachers yelling at me or anything like that.
First thing you got to do when you meet him is come in with the guns, with your tattoos blazing, because most of your tattoos look like they came out of a jailhouse. They're so poor.
I am going to be clothed very much. I'll wear a turtleneck that day.
Suit of armor.
Yeah. He doesn't need to see the Wish You Were Here Pink Floyd one.
Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I just was wondering how Tony Reale would have handled that phone call.
Tony Reale wouldn't have been on the phone with him, Jack, because he would have never gotten Casey.
That's true.
Stick that in your craw.
In your craw.
She's mine. Craw in the...
Why don't I do this? We call back tonight and say, Vero call, and say Dave was a little nervous today. He'd like to talk to you now. And we put Sheepy on and let him just sit there and goo gaga his way through a conversation.
That wasn't goo. It was
You did sound like you needed to be tickled, or at least held.
I was a man who was nervous. I was able to eloquate my thoughts.
But there's nothing to say that if you get another chance to talk to this guy, it'll go any differently.
No, it's going to go big time differently because I'm great face-to-face. I am a great face person.
Oh. Don't tell him that.
I don't mean it like that.
That's the kind of mistakes they're going to make.
I just mean in
You'll
person.
do anything to warm him up.
Can I tell you something? I like to think that I can read people. I think he's a little bit of a buster. I think he enjoyed busting on you a little bit. I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing.
That's fun for me.
No, it wasn't. You choked.
Yeah, that's true.
But basically, he's saying, let me take this car out for a spin, see what she can do. And right away, he hit 40, and he starts to rattle in the engine.
Well, the thing is, that won't happen again. Doug, we're going to have some brews maybe next week.
Oh, no. Don't you drink.
I am going to.
No.
I will.
know you when you drink.
I just decided.
No.
No, I am not going to go to this man stone cold sober. I think that was my biggest problem this morning, or this afternoon.
Yeah, every day you're not drunk is a problem for you. That's what he's thinking.
No, I just mean with this gentleman, I'm going to throw 4 or 5 back.
You know
before.
what? I've got a speech teacher for you, all right? A confidence teacher.
Okay.
Get Sheepy on the phone.
Okay.
Sheepy's going to be able to... Why?
He's not going to help me.
Sheepy actually was more confident than you.
No. See, now you're joking.
Yeah. Get hold of Sheepy for me, Pitsy. Let me go over here to Sue. Sue, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
None of your business, Sue.
Okay.
What are you, Sue?
I just
What are you,
wanted to
Cherokee?
say.
Sue? What are you, a Sue there? Huh?
Sue?
Cherokee?
Well, wait, I can't hear you. You're talking too much.
Go ahead, honey. What are you, a Sue? You got Cherokee in you?
What is it, Cherokee?
Cherokee, Sue? Listen, look at her, Fez. She's adorable. You're adorable, honey.
I love this one. This one I want to keep.
Are you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What's your ethnic background?
I think he did a really good job.
I know since the girls seem to like you.
Thank you.
The guys are disappointed, but the girls think you did okay.
Sue, I wasn't so
What
bad.
is she, Sue?
Cherokee?
No, you were good. This is Sue. You were good. You were good. You did really good. And you know what? If you knew he was calling in, you would have been a wreck.
Thank you, Sue. See? And I think if I had talked the way these guys are asking me to talk, maybe I would seem too cocky, too egotistical, and then he wouldn't like me for those reasons either, which I'm not.
That's right.
You
That's
can't.
right.
You have no reason to be.
So
No, but
you did one good thing in your life. You're dating a girl over your head. You should have said to him, "Hey, I never really ever, Doug, never ever in my life did I think I get a girl with a rack like your daughter's."
Okay, see, I'm not going to say that. So I'm not going to say that to him.
Why not? Get it out there. Let him know you're not playing
I
games.
feel it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
So
That's that's a no-no.
Why don't you say this? What do you want, the 38 or the 44? Don't make any difference to me.
I'm not.
One thing I got is ammo.
Okay, we're not bringing guns
All right.
into the meeting.
I got somebody who talks a little tougher than you. I want him to
Okay.
work on you a little bit.
Good.
All right. What do you got? Something to give away, Fez?
Yeah, we got some. We got another pair of tickets for the New Jersey Devils taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's for the game this Saturday, April 14th, 7 o'clock. You can also visit NewJerseyDevils.com or call Ticketmaster, charged by phone.
We'll give it out to the 9th caller, and we'll do that off the air. Give us a call, 866-313-FREE. All right, getting back to your problems. You were terrible today.
Right.
I got somebody who's going to talk to you, get you ready for this. Sheepy,
Okay.
Hi, guys.
what's happening?
Nothing.
Sheepy, did you hear Dave talking with his new father-in-law?
Yeah, I just heard that just now before. I missed it in the middle of the day.
How do you think he did?
He
I want you to be
tried.
honest.
He tried.
This is the person you want
Mm-hmm.
to coach me. This is the guy.
Yes. He sounds better than you.
He doesn't.
Yes, Roland's son.
He hasn't called me Mr. Dad. So already he's out
That's
there.
a lack of respect on Sheepy's part.
Go ahead,
No
Sheepy.
offense, Sheepy.
Well, he was taken off guard. It was very hard for him to just all of a sudden a guy named Doug, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm Casey's dad, and then his heart sunk, and then he.
Why would his heart sink?
This is my speech coach. Hey, we don't even know what he's saying.
He's the best in the business. Listen to him.
You know what, Dave? Where do you think you're going? Dave, put that coffee down. Coffee is for closers. You think I'm kidding you? You think I'm joking with you now? That's what you need to do. You need to go home and watch Glenn Ross over and over and say, Alex, tell me what I'm supposed to do. I want you, the next time you talk to him, walk in like this and go, is she with him or is it just him? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go. I'm going to go anyway.
All right, I'll try that.
Hey, by the way, congrats to Joe from Long Island winning the Devils tickets. Joe from Long Island picked those up, Fez.
That's Devils versus the Lightning this Saturday.
Devils versus the Lightning this Saturday night. Sheepy, what should he do next time? I want you to be honest.
He should call up and be really personal.
What about the way you, the way that you were able to deal with Hosp that time, where you just ripped one in his face and then you said, "Smell the fame."
You wouldn't suggest that, would you, Sheep?
No, I don't think that would go over well for
Coffee is for closers. Then you know what you say? You say this. You know what it takes to take care of your daughter?
Right.
Then you pull out braids.
Yeah, I know.
Put them up against your pants.
Don't wanna
This is
say.
what it takes to take care of your daughter.
You can't say some things,
Yeah.
though. In the IMUS.
You tell me, you got new thing, either a brand new Cadillac or a set of steak knives, and go either way. Either way, look at that. Third prize, hit the bricks, Doug. It's not going to happen for you.
All right, I could try that.
Mitch and Murray sent me down here to pick up your daughter. Mitch and Murray is not playing games with you people.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think he would know who Mitch and Murray are. That's the one thing. But
do you know Sheepy?
I've seen Glengarry Gun Ross.
Gun Ross.
Gun Rust. He thought it was a Western.
This is my coach. This is the guy who's going to mentor me and how to speak to Doug.
I talk to adults pretty well most of the time.
You're talking to 3 right now.
You are an
True,
adult.
anyway. Yeah. You're not a child. You
I like grown-ups.
You're like 3 years younger than me.
You can vote and you can drink. All right, Melissa wants to help out. Melissa, you're on Ron and Fez with...
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to make a comment that I've been going out with my fiancé for 4 years. I've been engaged to him for a little over a year. And I still feel uncomfortable with calling his mom and dad by their first name. So I just don't call them anything.
How about what they call you, the hua? Who wants to hear that?
No, they call me Melissa, but... Yeah,
You're not comfortable around them at all.
No, I'm comfortable around them, but I can't call them by, their names. It's like... I don't know. It's something the way I grew up, you know?
Yeah. All right, here's what you really have to do for yourself, Melissa. You got to walk in that house naked once and let them know. Once that happens, what else could go wrong? Yeah. Hey, by the way, I just found this out from your girlfriend. Doug's been listening tonight.
Oh, no.
Called her, and he says he wants to go to your bachelor party.
No way.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
I think that's a good thing or a bad?
I would say it's a great thing.
Okay.
I really would.
I don't know how to read Doug. He's a master of disguise.
Here's one thing that you... It's not.
He's impossible to get a handle on.
Go around the room. Do you think it's a good thing?
I think it's a great thing.
Earl?
I wouldn't do that, no.
Because of the way he is when he drinks.
Yes.
For anyone else, it would be great. You're a mess when you drink.
Yeah, that's very accurate, but maybe Doug likes that.
No, because you have a tendency to kiss men on the lips, too. And yeah, you do.
That.
You don't mean to, but you tell everyone that you love them.
No, I do. I've kissed Earl on the cheek as a symbol of brotherhood.
No, you've been highly inappropriate with me, Dave.
That's just not true.
That's the problem.
You're a very...
You know what I want you to call your in-laws, honey?
What?
Your father-in-law, and what you call him, Mighty Horse, your mother-in-law, Monkey House.
Bon Jovi
Yeah, that
fan
would go
since day
great
one.
with them.
This is the wrong thing.
Or call him Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Bon Jovi might even work. Let them know you rock a little bit. Here's Mark. Mark, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron and Fez, how's it going, buddy?
What do you say, buddy?
Nothing. I used to take the bus from New York, and one day I happened to meet Sheepy on the way back, and he said Dave should listen to everything he has to say because he had some hot Russian chick eating out of the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
Who was it?
It was this girl named Tanya that I met.
Why were you feeding her out of your hand?
No, I was talking to her. What happened is when I came into New York, I noticed her, and she went off the bus. I was like, oh, whatever, I'm never going to see her again. And then when I got to the bus later that night, she came up.
You're beautiful.
I turned to her and I go, hey, I remember you from before. And she goes, uh-huh. And then she turned away. And I was like, oh, geez, I'm a creep. But then she went and made a phone call, and then she turned and she goes, oh, I do remember you. And she noticed the book I was reading, and then we were talking about books, and we were having a good time and talking, and then we got the bus, and then...
What was the book you were reading?
The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Oh, nice one.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is a good book. Why don't you do this? Why don't you say to her, you want to play double dutch with me? And then you're out doing the jump rope. Because you know what, Sheepy? You remind me when I was younger, the guy that would always be playing jump rope when everybody else was playing kickball. And I'm like, why is that guy playing jump rope with the girls? Everyone's playing kickball.
Before, the only chicks he got were marshmallow peeps.
I was good at kickball.
Mm-hmm. You struck out.
I get doubles and triples.
You guys waiting for a walk in kickball. It ain't going to happen, Sheepy. Swing away. All right, and do you see how he sounds? That's how you sound it with Mr. Doug.
All right, well, then I have a lot of work to do.
Doug?
He actually, you know what Doug wants to be called? Dugout Doug. He's going to please call me Dugout Doug. What's wrong with that?
Because that name's taken.
All right, this is great news. You want to bring Doug to your bachelor party next Friday night?
Sure, I will.
I know Earl's going down to check out the VIP tonight. Is Lily going along with you?
Yes, she is.
Why don't you do this? Tell Lily how to put on a little costume and surprise us tomorrow. Is Lily working tomorrow?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she's working.
Tell her, go into the locker room there, see if you can't get a little something to surprise us during the show. And I like to have a cage in here and a pole. I need a pole and a cage. Was that you, Sheepy?
I think I smell his fame.
I can't tell the difference between him and Dave right now. What? All right, here's our buddy Arch. How you doing, Arch?
What do you say, buddies?
How are you?
I would say, Dave, you need to go climb to the highest building you can find when Doug comes to town and say, Doug rocks the fat ass. Tag it like a man.
Not a bad idea.
When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Monkey House rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Monkey House rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Oberman rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Oberman rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
All right, Arch.
Yeah.
Don't forget the line of the day. I just really like to move it up and do well for myself.
You got it, buddy.
There were a couple really great ones tonight. All right, take it easy, pal. You know, sometimes I see him miss a line of the day. I feel a little bad about it. I'm not going to lie to you.
They got to stay on it.
I feel bad for the lines that don't make it. I'm like, what did that line do wrong? That line did everything to make line of the day. Sheepy, you with your crappy Ron line of the day over there at ronfez.net. I'm embarrassed of it.
They're not even trying over there.
They just tried to copy what Whackbag did, but because
they don't have the power.
It's not the power, Mr. B. They don't got the passion.
Yeah.
They don't got the drive. They don't got the drive that they used to.
What is your favorite of all?
Passion of 1,000 STDs.
What's your favorite of all of them right now? Of all the message boards?
I would say FBA is number one on top.
Yeah.
Followed by I'll throw it to Whackbag. Followed by ronfez.net. I know it's shocking.
Yeah.
It's the way I feel.
Fez, where do you go in this? Rank them.
RonFezShow.net is number one.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. You go there.
Well, O&A will be happy to hear that.
Let's see. I'm going to follow that with Whackbag, FBA, and then RonFez.net.
Wow.
No post horse for you?
Oh, but yeah, posthorse.net.
What about Spread the Iris, who's done nothing that's best buddy?
Oh, Spread the Iris. Yeah, I forgot about put Spread the Iris above RonFez.net.
How are you going to end up with Pal Talk when you really still don't know how to use Google?
How about get the HIV?
Sheepy, what about for you? Rank them.
RonFezNet.
What?
RonFez.net.
RonFezNet.
And then I went to FBA. I registered at FBA, but I made
Well, look who's jumping ship, everyone.
Shocker.
I registered to make sure my name didn't get taken. And I made one post, and it was, and that's all. But they seem pretty nice there. The people there,
Because you got an HTG crush.
No, she's nice to me. She's really nice to me.
She wants you to dance in a cage on Pal Talk. That's not nice. You're going to eat clubbing with Fez.
A tight cage.
Are we still doing that, Friday?
Yes.
Yes, Eastside Dave's going to come over to my house, hook up my Pal Talk.
Why is that, Grandma? Why can't you hook up your own Pal Talk?
I want to make sure I do it right.
Call Geek Squad. I don't want him getting in your house. He'll go through your purse and take your money. All right, Sheepy, we got to get going, but you were really... I want you to work with him a little bit, okay?
I'll try.
I want you to take care of Dave. And Dave?
Yes?
Don't worry about what happened tonight with Doug. You're going to do okay.
Thank you.
You're going to get him back. Just tonight, consider it a failure.
I will.
Yeah.
A big F.
Wow.
Fail.
Fezzy, anything else we need to plug?
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll take callers 9 and 10 right now and give out pairs of tickets to the New York International Auto Show going on at the Javits Center now through April 15th. You could see thousands of new cars, concept and future cars, plus giveaways, contests, celebrity appearances, and more. Check it out at autoshowny.com for more information.
All right, 866-313-FREE, 866-313-FREE. Fezzy's giving out that to the 9th and 10th caller. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll be back in here tomorrow night right after the